We back.
4 inches in 24 hours. Sounds like your night last night.
That's the most inches Joe's ever had in 24 hours.
13 inches in 48 hours.
We're going to Vail.
We've got a little place in Aspen.
What's up? No, actually, I was thinking, you want to pull the zip tie, dude?
Yeah, right there.
There we go.
A little more?
Yeah, a little more. There we go.
I was thinking, I'm going to take all this camera gear and we're going to film a 4-way Potter.
Are you really?
Really?
You're going to bring all this?
I'm dedicated to the pod.
Okay. All right.
I'm not bringing all. I mean, I'm not. I don't. We can put the cameras on like boxes and stuff.
Okay. But I need one more camera.
I'm gonna bring 5
on the private jet.
You're not putting your headphones on?
Wait, podding on the jet?
No, we're gonna pod because here's how we're going. Okay, we're going to Vail, and so we leave Wednesday.
Today's Sunday.
When do we leave?
Today's Super Bowl.
Wednesday.
Is there a time? Is there like a departure
I think
at
it's
this
like
time,
noon.
or is it just whenever we want?
Noon. I think it's like noon.
Okay.
Thursday, snowboard all day. Friday is Valentine's Day.
Wednesday, we're gonna go. I need to go rent equipment. So can we stop by a rent
Probably
place?
the night we get there.
We can do whatever we want.
Yeah. Wednesday night. Same with.
Yeah, we're gonna
just saying. I might be easily convinced to buy if we go rent and they're selling stuff. I might be like,
I think they will be selling
like
stuff.
$1,800 in Aspen.
This would be the time to buy because the jet. It'd be a lot easier to bring your shit back on this plane than it would.
Oh my God.
No, seriously though.
I know.
Commercial, you had to check in.
Jesus
Like this time, you
Christ.
just put it on the plane.
how
saving money because we're taking a private jet.
We are, not him.
Yeah,
but
I'll
for
save
us,
money on a snowboard and
Yeah,
boots.
just
Do you
put it
know how
in
many
the jet.
times Joe's like tried to get out of going on the plane?
I hate flying, and
Heidi's.
hate
I'm not
small
gonna lie.
planes.
Heidi is nervous.
I have some
Because
drugs.
it's small.
It's not that small. It's a big private jet. It's pretty close to the size of like a regional jet. Like you know the small planes you fly in. To
Yeah, I
go to,
sent
like,
you the link for it.
Huh?
I sent you the link.
Yeah, it's a Dassault Falcon 900. Same jet that Messi, soccer player, he has one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, they own it.
I'm officially.
You're just renting.
I'm
it.
officially hooked on first class.
Well, wait till this shit. This is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna get hooked on.
Oh,
this.
wait, you said you're hooked on first class?
Yeah, we've
It's real
been.
nice.
So we started using all the points this year, and now I can't go back, bro.
Yeah.
They gave me 3. I went off my meal plan. They gave me 3 warm cookies yesterday, and that was like I had a whole cheat day yesterday. It happened because it all started with the first class.
Oh, wow. Is it United?
Cookies. Yeah,
The newer jets?
you know it was old.
The newer jet first class
Oh.
is like game changer. With like
Yeah.
the big touch screen and like they actually lay down a little
I
bit.
was thinking about this. How often do you think they refresh the plane?
Not often.
Like, did our parents grow up flying in the same exact
know.
planes that we're flying?
a
in
lot
now
of
with the
a
same
lot of
exact
the
seats?
jets are like from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of the older ones with like textured seats,
Yeah,
not like leather
the bus seats.
So did they just replace the seats?
Yeah, no, they refresh them, and then they
But
did
the
just
whole
buy a bunch of new
plane
Boeings.
is the same
Yeah, yeah.
as like the 80s.
What's up, guys? Welcome
think,
to new episode.
Shut up, guys.
Don't be sour. You know, I had a guest on last time.
Yeah.
Andrew Flair, big outdoor fishing, hunting guy, real popular
old
podcast,
boy.
is doing phenomenal. There's about 650 new subscribers that might be watching this video from that podcast.
Damn, we got to introduce ourselves. I'm ready.
We should introduce ourselves. Well, hold on. First of all, bro, I got reamed out in that podcast
Yeah,
because
Reamed out?
I don't know if that's a.
What does reamed out mean?
You said I got reamed. Never heard out.
What?
I got reamed out.
I mean, I've heard reamed. I've never heard reamed out.
Team Ramrod. No, I got reamed out.
Don't know what that
Okay.
means, bro.
It means I got
What they do to
Called
you?
out? Like called out?
well. So I'm interviewing Flair. Okay,
Yeah.
I know a surface level about me and him. Like talk to each other about like business stuff with the jerky
Yeah.
and the candy. But he's big in like the outdoor space. So I was asking a lot of questions about. He's big into hunting and
Yeah.
big into fishing. So I'm asking questions because I don't know anything about hunting and fishing because I don't hunt and fish. And all of the people commenting are basically just attacking me for being a city slicker about how I don't know anything about hunting and it's so embarrassing. And I'm like, why would I know anything about hunting? Why
I
would
think if he knows this amount of hunting and you know this amount,
No, I don't know anything.
I
I don't
probably
think Max
know
knows anything.
this amount.
Yeah.
I
think
probably
Max
know
is-
less than you.
Well, I'm asking questions like, hey, I asked like, who's the best fisherman? He's telling me that this guy's really good at fish. And I'm like, hey, like, how do you be really good at fishing? Because like the fish just They just
They choose
decide.
you.
That's a fair question.
Yeah, and people are
Yeah.
calling me an idiot.
No, I mean you could be better. I think you just know the best places.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
no,
think anyone's like, oh, my technique with the flick
No,
is the
that's
best.
what I said. I was like, if we're all in a competition
Yeah.
on the same lake, like it's either who has the
my
best.
my wrist hits are smoother than yours, bro.
but well, okay. To be fair, there are people that are insane, like trick guys that can like cast like through fucking like rings and stuff. You can be really good at it, but I don't know if that dictates like you caught the biggest fish because you flicked
So
your
you
wrist
probably
best.
pissed off those new subscribers last video, and you already are this video.
Yeah.
I got called a city slicker.
Have you ever hunted? Like ever?
No.
Not a single time.
Me and my
No.
dad never have. We want to go one time.
I mean, I hunted my wife.
Yeah.
No, that- no,
So
man.
I grew up a little country lad, out in the country.
What have you hunted?
I a lot of dove. We used to go dove hunting like every year. I don't know why I don't feel that
They're
bad
so
about
cute.
killing dove. I don't really. They're
Why'd
like
you
little
kill
rats.
little dove?
They're not that.
No, doves are nice.
But
Wait. Doves the thing they let out of boxes at weddings?
Mag-
those
magicians.
are like white doves. These are just like
There's other doves?
they're the darker doves.
Oh,
Anyway, I hunted a deer one time and I cried.
yeah.
Yeah, I shot a doe.
Have you
I
ever
shot
seen-
a doe deer and then I cried and then I refused to be the one to skin it and shit.
You ever seen
I
the
was,
movie
like, crying.
Powder?
No.
Where like he can put his hand on the deer and then he puts his hand on the hunter and like the hunter feels the pain of the deer.
That's a real thing.
I mean, it's a kind of a made up movie,
Oh.
but
I was the kind of guy. I went hunting a couple times with friends, and I was definitely the guy that would like
Not
either
look.
miss on purpose or like make a loud noise right before my friend's about to shoot a deer. I'd like accidentally like drop my rifle so the deer would hear it and run. Yeah, I felt really.
Hey,
bad
there's a deer
about
over
that. Yeah, yeah. Look, don't let it get away.
I didn't know about hunting. So apparently,
Yeah.
so he owns like 600 acres, and then if you shoot like
He
a deer,
owns 600 acres.
yeah,
This guy.
yeah, in Nebraska,
Wow.
yeah, and 600 acres was less than half the cost of my 5 acres of land.
What?
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I'm meeting.
No, you're going too many topics, Joe. We're going in order here.
Okay, all right.
Bad. Did
That's
you know if
crazy.
you shoot a deer, you can't just like shoot it and let it stay there like dead, even though other animals will get to it. You have to either remove it or
Yeah, you can't what?
what he says is he opens up the deer, takes the guts out, leaves the guts on the ground. You can do that, and then you take the body because then the wolves come eat the guts. But you can't just shoot the deer and then leave the deer and do nothing with the deer.
Well, also you don't want to leave the guts inside because if they like rupture or whatever, it ruins all the meat. That's
I don't-
that's
I
why
Didn't
you-
know that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it's lighter to carry back.
No, 'cause
I
once,
mean-
once you take the guts out, you have some time to dress it and everything.
Ugh. No, I can't do hunting.
I wouldn't be able to do that, bro.
I'm kind of a hypocrite because like I eat chickens, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
But if
no,
my
I'll
life
eat meat
depended
all
on it,
day. I don't know if you could.
if my life actually,
Oh,
Taylor,
yeah.
Max.
Taylor said the other day that she said that she thinks that out of all of the guys, which is basically all right here, and David, she thinks that I would survive the longest
Hell no.
out in the wilderness.
No.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, she's. I think
You wouldn't be able to get your manicures. There would be 4 changes of clothes a day for you. Max, there was a frog dying outside my house, and neither one of us wanted to like put it. Like we were both like, "What do we do? What do we do? I don't know." Like find a rock, and like it was an emotional killing of a small frog.
With a rock?
Yeah.
Have you ever hunted?
It was. Hold on, let me explain because now someone's like, "Why the fuck did you kill a frog?" We think it was ran over in the street by a different car, and
He
we
was
just saw
definitely
it, and
like-
like his guts were out, and he was still like twitching, and we were like, "We got to put him out of his." But neither one of us were both just like, "I don't want to do it."
The closest thing I ever did to hunting was trying to save that turtle off the
Yeah.
Oh my
street.
gosh,
You murdered
bro.
that tortoise.
Putting him in the lake.
Yeah.
That
He was walking towards the lake, like, help me. And I just helped him.
He wasn't doing that at
And I
all.
just plopped him in and I drowned him.
he literally, as you're picking up, he goes, no.
I can't swim.
And then Christian puts this tortoise in the water, and he's like, I saved you. And he's like, and the tortoise doesn't come up, and he's filming it. And then he's like, oh, I guess he's just swimming around. Everyone's like, Christian, tortoises can't swim. You just can't.
I'm
Poor
not going to
little
go down
ferret.
the rope.
He's
There's a
probably at
lot
the
of
bottom of that
turtles
lake
that are in
still.
the water around that area. So I just assumed.
I
don't
wouldn't
ever-
know the difference
That's
between a turtle,
you can kind of tell. They're taller.
a tortoise and a
You
turtle.
would know. You would know.
Hey, let's introduce ourselves for all the new up to 700 subscribers that might unsubscribe now.
Hi, my name's Joe. I love to hunt and fish. Follow me on Instagram.
I'm a Christian. I own Alphalete Athletics and I own Alpha Land. So kind of the gym guy and the fitness clothing guy.
But people were like, this guy needs to go touch grass. He all he knows is fitness.
You?
Yeah, that's what he said.
You?
I mean me.
Oh, wow.
Why are we talking about fitness with the hunting guy?
I like fitness.
To be fair, that is all you talk about all the time.
No, it's not.
Man, kinda.
How is your fitness going? Because
Non-existent.
When was the last time you've been in the gym?
How's the F45 going?
Oh yeah.
I haven't worked out since we had our last podcast together.
Bro, it's been like 3 weeks since we did the pod.
Yeah.
How are we gonna? I'm building this size room, which y'all can't see, but it's like, I guess from what you can see, it's probably three
Three of
times.
them, yeah.
3 times this. I'm building an exact replica of this room at the house
Yeah.
in the upstairs loft for a podcast studio. You ain't driving 40.
An hour, bro? Yeah. I mean, now I drive 5 minutes.
But on the weekend, everyone comes over. We hang out.
I think Christian
we
just
pod.
sells his new house and moves out there.
No,
There's a
not gonna
really
happen.
nice house for sale we looked at yesterday in that neighborhood.
Can't happen.
Wait, how is the house? I watched Heidi's video.
You
of all
did.
the
I haven't watched her video, but I.
Here's what I want to know. 2 questions. What's the timeline originally? Was like
So
February.
in her video, was it like we're doing this?
It was like she wants to bump out the closet like exterior wall to make a bigger closet.
So we're definitely doing this. So we were supposed to move in next week,
Yeah, right.
and now we made the decision together to go ahead and knock it out now.
You're demoing the whole bedroom.
The whole master area, so master bedroom, master closet, master bathroom
primary now.
is going to be
Yeah.
fully redone. Yeah, and it's way too. The floor plan of the actual like living space on the first floor is a lot of like angles and kind of quadrants, and especially the master's like really thin and then kind of awkwardly shaped. And if we're just comparing it to the house we have now and we've lived in all year, or now for 10 years, it's like huge shower, there's space, big. Like I would actually fit in the master. Like at the current layout, I wouldn't fit in the master.
You're not that big, bro.
No, with Heidi's shit, bro, she has so much shit. Like I literally wouldn't have room to get ready in the room because she just has too much shit. So we're gonna make it way bigger.
Crazy how much stuff she has, but she's so small.
Yeah. No, like I would have I'd be like going to the guest room to get ready.
Is the bathroom changing?
Yes.
In the closet.
Yes.
They're basically the whole primary
Has
suite.
anyone
gutting
informed us that?
No. Not yet.
it. Joe makes the cabinets.
Heidi's.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking they just signed off on everything, so I think they finally approved everything. So we might need to stop that.
Heidi.
'cause-
I'm letting Heidi and Hanny.
You're texting your dad.
All right.
Stop making
Yeah.
cabinets.
I'm gonna text our guy real quick, make sure they're not started.
Okay, so your original move-in date
Oh,
was
and
next
our
week.
pantry's gonna get way bigger.
that's also part of it. Yeah. all of this was signed off on.
What? Maybe not dollar amounts, but what percentage?
Don't know dollar amount.
What?
not
We
good.
just don't know the dollar.
Hey,
amount.
isn't your closet?
This is an open-ended.
What percentage
hold on.
over budget do you think
your
you are?
closet. His closet's on the side of the house.
Yeah, they're gonna extend the wall and the roof.
Do you have
I
to get
guess
like permits and
We have to
shit?
get permits.
Yeah,
Hey,
I was gonna
whoa.
say because you can see that from the road, so someone's gonna.
Permits are optional.
If it's just the back of the house, maybe you get away with it. But if you can see it from the road,
No,
someone's gonna
it's
ask. Like,
definitely-
what are you doing?
don't-
Definitely.
You can't just
Bro,
you can't just blow out a wall.
There's like
inside your
6
house.
houses over there.
100% we're getting permits. So it's gonna be like, but our plan is actually. The plan is to move in even like in just a different area of the house and then let them work on the house while we're moved in. So we can start selling.
Joe's against that.
No, that's not
Yeah,
gonna happen.
I know. So if we don't wait till if we wait till it's fully done, we're gonna be another 9 months. Yeah. Easy.
Do you think you'll spend twice as much as the original budget? Or more?
I don't even remember the original budget.
We've already spent twice the original budget.
Yeah, well, it'd be at like 3x, 4x.
I'm telling you, I told you when you went in because like I did the same thing. Like I gutted the first floor of my house and like renovated the whole first floor, and then did the same like paint and floors upstairs, but it wasn't like a gut upstairs. But I gutted the whole first floor, and I remember how much that cost and how much long time that is. And your house is significantly bigger than my current home, and you're doing the gutting. And I was like, oh man, because this is what happens, bro. You get in, you start fixing stuff, and then you're like, oh man, like, while we're already tearing down a wall, let's just tear that wall down. Let's just extend that, and then oh man, I can't not replace this thing with the upgraded stuff. So now let's go ahead and upgrade this. That wasn't part of the budget. It's a snowball, bro.
It's happening. So I guess we're gonna start permitting in a few weeks. We'll see the drawings.
Wait, you're demoing the whole master. So what are you gonna live in
it has
like
like
there's only
7 other
kids'
bedrooms.
bedrooms?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Why don't you just wait?
could just wait. So I also want to sell my home.
Yeah, that might take a while right now too.
That's like money I'm just sitting on. That is, in theory, going to get used to do all these new renovations. Yeah.
What's the current house market, Joe?
It's not bad, but it's not as hot as it was a year ago. It
but-
would have moved a lot faster a year ago. Right now, things are slower.
But get that I was talking to our neighbor, and you know that really modern building where we live, like the Lake Point, that whole big building. It's
getting taken down.
They're knocking all of it down,
Yeah.
and they're building. They're going to put like restaurants and apartments, like
Floor
all around the
Daniel,
lake.
that
Floor
big-
Daniel,
the big
that
thing that used to be
huge
behind
building
us.
that they always have security.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
knocking all of that down. That whole area is going to turn into like apartments and restaurants and like living space. So therefore, my house is going to
you
be
should
like
wait.
cream of the crop.
You should wait then.
I kind of feel
Yeah.
like we should probably wait. 'cause
We looked at
that's
there's
gonna be like-
there's townhouses going up across from you in front of the hospital.
how much are they?
And they're
Which
like the
one?
cheap ones are $850 and the other ones are $1 million. But you're backed up to a hospital, no lake view, and you're on
Yeah.
the main road,
Mine will
and they're
be-
like half the size.
Or
of
mine will
yours.
be in the twos, easy. Like,
Yeah.
especially if
It's
like
just-
knowing that all this is coming. So I don't know. I may just.
you
might
think you're
take
going
a
to get
little
2?
bit. I do, bro. I have the best spot in that whole entire like
I would say
lake.
that, yeah.
And knowing they're going to build all this stuff around that same lake, I'll have the best home in the whole lake with the best view.
That's
With
true.
the best, like we gutted we've replaced everything, best master, best everything, custom. It's gonna be the best house,
Joe, back up his claim.
right? And we already have
good.
2 existing neighbors that are interested in buying our house.
What?
They're like, don't even put it in price. Like, just talk to us first. I'm like, okay.
It is
So
a
I'm
great
gonna, I'm
area.
gonna play some hard to get.
Yeah, no, it's a good area. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to sell.
Yeah,
Also, you have like Hitler as a HOA president, so
yeah. Trying to overturn him.
dude, that guy sucks.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
I just want to make sure this is okay.
I see your red button.
Okay, good. Yeah. I was getting stressed out.
Oh,
Sorry, I was getting stressed out that we weren't recording. I can't.
I wouldn't redo it. I'd leave.
I can't screw this podcast up. Christian, bro, what happened? What happened to your face, man? You.
You really can't tell.
I mean, I watched the
Can you
video.
tell?
No,
No.
I mean, well, you kind of like
It's got some shit on it.
when you
so-
talk now, like your lip, like you have like a little.
Bro, I feel like it's. I don't. It feels like bumpy,
It's gonna be a cool scar.
but I feel like lumps in it.
Did you eat night of? Like, could you eat that first? Like,
Yeah, but
day or
I was
two?
just like shove. I was
Yeah.
cutting shrimp up in like quadrants and just like squeezing
Big
it through
shrimp
the other
guy.
side.
So you were trying to go 45 miles an hour down a black diamond, and you ran
Was
into
it
a
moguls?
branch.
Not moguls. No.
Okay,
so-
yeah,
no,
wait.
okay,
All right, slow down.
No, he can't slow down. He's trying to hit 45 miles
You're
an hour.
going down a black. How'd you hit a tree?
we're going down to black, but to be fair, like it was already at the point where like how the black or whatever color kind of bleeds into the bottom area where you slow down anyway. Like
I mean, all
we were
trails
already
end,
at the
yeah.
bottom of the mountain, so
Yeah.
made it all the way fine down. But then I was on the last stretch on my heel, which is where I'm more comfortable with.
Yeah.
So I got to 44 miles an hour, 44 point something
On your head?
on my heel. And then, so I wasn't going straight. I was going. I was going to the right.
You're going 44 miles an hour on your heel.
No, I think it's just
No,
heel
like
edge.
I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah,
Like
like
slight left turn.
slight leaning. So I'm just like on the kind of like going to the right, and then I was like, all right, let me brake and head the other way and call it a wrap. And
Going to the right.
yeah, so like
Are you goofy?
I'm goofy.
Oh, you fucking.
I'm
Are you
goofy.
I'm goofy.
Why is everyone around me
Oh, bro,
goofy?
I'm gonna
I
get
hate-
so much
yeah.
better at snowboarding when I can watch. Because everyone I watch ahead
David's
of me is
goofy too.
always they're always like
Really?
regular.
Yeah.
So I can't mimic what they're doing.
Boo, regular.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
So anyway, I'm like, yeah, I'm going this way, going to the right, and then I start braking, and I'm just like, it's so much more force than I'm used to. So I'm like, shit, really braking, and I just see this tree. I'm like, I'm gonna hit it for sure.
So
There's
like,
a tree at the bottom of the mountain.
No, it's like on the side. So it's I was coming down this way, and then I was gonna go that way to finish the mountain. So I just fucking
So how'd your lip hit the tree?
the branch.
his face broke his
like,
fall, bro.
Then you lean back and like board hit first.
No, I just went straight in. I like
So right-
tree branches.
Right
face.
before it happened, did you just in your head go, fuck?
Yeah, no, I knew I was gonna hit it hard.
You wearing a helmet?
Yeah.
You wearing a helmet when we go to? Vail?
Yeah.
Are you a helmet guy?
Hell
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
have a
helmet
helmet.
guy.
Helmets are cool now.
I wouldn't mind wearing one, but I don't have a helmet.
Bro, everyone I was snowboarding with that whole week, got some injury, some level of injury.
Joe in his head is going, well, that's because they're bad at snowboarding.
I will say, not to take away from your story here, but we were doing like the bigger rails at Winter Park last week when I was there, and like part of me was like, I should really get a helmet. Like if I hit my head on this rail, it's gonna be like there was like a I don't know, like a 12-foot rainbow rail, and in my head I'm like, if I slip backwards and hit my head on this rail, like it's gonna be bad.
Joe's the kind of guy that wears like the giant mohawk like hat and stuff.
I had a few pretty way smaller falls, but I mean they hurt.
We're gonna get you on some rails.
No,
Vail,
we're not.
apparently Vail has the worst terrain parks
No, we're
ever.
not.
Like apparently it's a ski heavy resort, and they just don't have terrain parks there.
Dude, rails are dumb. I just go off the jumps.
Apparently they don't really have jumps either.
What?
I've been watching a lot of reviews on Vail, and apparently it's not a big like freestyle. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing online. Apparently it's a very ski heavy, like older ski person resort, not like a
I ain't
younger.
gonna be freestyling shit.
You'll be all right.
I'm
We'll got you.
gonna just be practicing getting on my toes, man.
So your face hit the tree. You got 9
Face
stitches.
hit the tree. 9 stitches. Actually, it was 10 stitches. The guy said it was 9 when he put him in, and then when the doctor took him out in Toronto, they were like, "It's actually 10." I was like, "Okay, well, I guess it's 10."
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, kudos to you for being open to go back out snowboarding like 2 weeks after your face got hit by like that that big of a injury.
Bro, it was a lot of blood. Like
I know. I saw the video.
I mean, bro, but just like the amount that was coming out as I was like stuck, because you know when you hit the tree, it's just like powder all around the tree. So I was just like literally like trying to get up, and it was just like pouring.
How did you not call the like ski patrol help people, but instead you got into like just
Instead,
Uber?
I stood up, walked down the rest of the mountain. So it was only like a 2-minute walk. Like that's how close I was to the bottom.
How did the
And-
Uber person be like, "You're not getting in my car"? Like,
Chris was already there, so I like waiting because he went first, and then I walked up and he saw the blood, and I was like, "Is it bad?" Because I didn't want to check my phone and like look at myself.
dude?
Is it bad? And he goes, "I'm gonna call you Uber right now." He goes, "If you go to ski patrol, it's gonna take forever, and then send you to urgent care anyway. You definitely need stitches, so then you should call an Uber." And then I left my board with him. He turned it in, and the next day I went to go return my boots, and they were like, "Oh, are you the bloody board that came in yesterday?" "Yeah." "Oh, that's you, bro." "Okay, yeah," because Chris returned it for me. I was like, "Yeah, that was me."
We actually give a 10% discount if you bring blood back on your board.
Yeah. So it didn't hurt though.
Honestly, like probably the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, if you had an eye or something,
I was wearing goggles.
like for the fact that you just hit there.
And no teeth got messed
Yeah.
up.
Like you could have knocked your teeth out. It could have hit your like if that would have hit your nose or something.
See, I thought you hit like a branch. You hit the trunk of a tree.
It was a thin tree, but it had just branches like poking out. So
stick.
that just like a
Just
stick.
like a little twig. Huh. I guess we'll never know.
But I was getting pretty confident there for a bit.
We're gonna see in Vail. I haven't seen you snowboard since the first time I took you snowboarding.
I'm way better now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I've been looking forward to this trip.
I can't wait to watch you just do the same grab over and over again.
How many hours, y'all? I find when I'm on the
All of
mountain,
them.
it really like time goes by slow.
I growing up was like I gotta be there at 9, first chair, and I don't leave. I don't even get lunch. I just eat like a granola bar. This last time I went, maybe I'm getting older, but now I'm like
3 hours is a lot.
I get there around like 10, take maybe 10 run, like do some lunch. Like
10 runs?
Yeah.
And we drink a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta drink some Fireball.
Yeah, you got to drink
But
Fireball.
like,
see,
I'm not going all day. I'm not the guy that's like I gotta go I'm getting there a little bit later. I left at like 2 o'clock every day. Like
we have two.
Bro, this is like the angel and demon on my shoulder. I'm like, I think I'm just I'm gonna stay, totally sober and just like do my thing.
We don't get
'Cause
drunk,
I
you
felt
just,
so
like-
good.
no, it helps you a little
And
bit.
then the devil's like,
Fireball.
"Ooh, you'll get better at snowboarding. You take some
Yeah.
Fireball."
You'll just like
loosens you
loosen
up a
up.
little bit,
You,
yeah.
you take like 1 or 2 of the little Fireball things. Like you have a mild buzz at best, but you just kind of like it loosens you up a little bit.
It's nice.
Um,
How much was your custom board?
not that much. It was like
1,500?
no, like 900.
And boots, 500.
No, the boots were just as much as the boots.
I'm
I got
conflicted,
the
dude.
step in.
I'm conflicted.
I got the step
Okay,
ins.
this-
I was looking at step-ins.
Bro.
Like I'm thinking about maybe going and buying step-ins tomorrow.
We watched
Wait.
David use them
Wait,
last.
I know.
wait.
Yeah.
So we went in Aspen to this guy we were with wanted to buy boots and
Yeah.
a board or boots, and so we were in this like snowboarding shop for like I don't know an hour.
Yeah.
He was trying them on and stuff, and the whole conversation for that whole hour was like about these boots.
Yeah,
because
step-ons.
I was
Step-ins.
like, yeah, Max told me the step ins, and I was like, I was getting so tired of doing the straps and
It's
stuff.
annoying.
And so there was that, and I had gloves from North Pole, and we go to Alaska, so they have like finger gloves. They weren't like mittens.
You gotta get mitts.
And so I was doing it all like like they say that the real snowboarders that live there are like anyone who wears those snap-ons.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's just like it's a cringe thing. And
Oh
they
my
said
God,
and
bro.
they said anyone who wears the gloves
Bro.
you have to do mitts.
Yeah, mitts
or
are
else
right.
snowboarders are just like looking at you and judging
Christian, before Joe chimes in,
No,
bro,
I mean, he's right.
This isn't rocket power where you're a shoebie, bro. Like you can just
do convenience.
you can just do, times are changing, okay? Like and in 10 years, you don't think everyone's gonna be just
Yeah, but just hearing those like real snowboarders be like, nah, you need straps and you need
Trust me. All right, look, I've gone down this rabbit hole. I did it.
Skiers
Okay.
Step in.
Yeah, it's different. That's a completely
And they're
different argument.
skiers.
Yeah, it's a different. Their boot.
Well,
why do you think their boots are so
what would
much
make
harder?
anything less cool about having less
Okay.
work to put your foot on the board?
So it's not about that.
It is so much energy
It
wasted.
is. It is. No,
As a
if
true-
you get,
as
I'll
a-
show you because I don't do step-ins. I'll show you. If you know how to strap in, like I can strap in just as fast as you can step in.
Joe straps stuff in
Well, I just
on
get
all the time.
Because you got to stand up. You don't sit down.
I'm just not good at like
I'll show
when
you
you
what
get
to
off
do.
the lift
Yeah,
and
I'll show
shit.
you. I
Like I'm
got
just
you.
not good at maneuvering without.
I got you.
being
Anyway,
in there.
I would like to go. So my dad got step-ons, and another guy we know had step-ons, and then me and my
dad
friend
snowboards?
didn't.
Everyone's
Dude,
doing
my
it.
dad's really good. My dad's probably as good as him, honestly.
Whoa.
He's good.
I'm really good.
No, but he's really good. He's right there. Anyway, he got step-ons. Maybe in the next couple of years there. So basically the argument is if you do any kind of like freestyle stuff, those guys won't touch them because they sometimes pop out. Now, to be fair, there's been pros that have like been paid to ride them and have done fucking backflips and shit, no problem. It's just, I think, the idea. The bigger thing is because of how they mount, it really changes the dynamics of your board. So it's a lot more stiff and a lot more like, there's not like loose. So when you see like, I ride very fluid where like, I'm not going to say I look cool, but
You
like,
honestly do look kinda cool.
I look very effortlessly. On the step-ons, it's going to be harder to do that because since where your anchor point is the bottom of your boot, any little movement translates to that board. So a lot of people I know that have
there's
them,
no like wiggle room.
there is
like,
a little bit,
leaning
but the
room.
people that I've talked to that have switched just say it's a lot more sensitive and it takes a little bit to get used to. Where like mine, if I lean on my toes but not super hard, it doesn't even affect my board. Apparently the step-ons are real sensitive to like, so it might take a little bit to get, like you might actually
Become better.
suck the first day.
No.
Because like I think it's a lot more sensitive than a normal binding.
Brother-
And then also, hold on, they've been
Hey,
breaking.
it's not me saying this.
Yeah, no,
it's,
no.
It's these snowboarding guys saying
A
this.
lot
right?
of them, a lot of people,
But
not
those
a
are
lot.
those are as Joe says, hills have eyes. People living in the mountains,
yeah.
bro. Like they're like that's all they do 24/7. You
Yeah.
don't.
There's been people that have had the front clips break, which it's probably like 100 people out of, I don't know, 100,000. Like it's probably a very small number, but people are complaining the front clips are breaking.
They also said it was like really just a technology thing. Like they're going to be so much better
Yeah,
in
they
5
will be.
years. So it's like it's one of those you just like
I as someone who
The
witnessed
boots are a lot stiffer.
witnessed David,
Yeah.
who is very good at snowboarding. He's right between. I think he's just as good as me and
It's
Joe.
not the argument you can't do. There's
He
pros
was
that ride step-ons.
Not a single issue the whole trip last time.
Yeah, it's just
whole trip.
So
no issue.
okay, this should another thing.
Except
think about.
except when we go to sit in, he just goes,
Yeah.
Oh, guys, come on, hurry up! Like hurry up! He's ready to go.
Park
I'm
City,
like,
a lot of the big resorts now, which you may actually deal with this in Vail,
I have the strap thing.
are
I have-
making people use straps because apparently I think it's hard to tell if you're in. So when they get on the lift, it falls off and their board just goes flying down the mountain.
Yeah,
And my dad did say that. He said like if there's any snow under your foot, it's kind of like hard to know if you're in or not. Like you have to kind of like wiggle your foot to see if it's clipped in or
There's
not.
no problem with you putting a little leash on. You're like a snowboard elite.
I kind of want to do it too. I like it. It's just not. I don't know.
But you know what
Let's
this
let the
is?
people say,
Do you
dude.
know what
There's
this
gonna be
is?
some
I
opinionated
have the
people.
analogy. I have the perfect analogy of this, okay? This is the same thing that someone's like, bro, automatic? No way, dude. Only manual, bro. I got to feel the road.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, why the fuck would I shift my own gears? What are you talking about? Like
I would love to shift my own gears.
look, what you do in your private time is up to you.
I think I'm going to do this trip with y'all with my straps. And then after this, if you have a wonderful time, you're like, these are the best
know
things
what?
ever, I'll go step-ons.
I'm gonna not buy a board or anything this trip.
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
rent.
rent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same straps. Or
and
maybe
then me and David will
maybe,
just be twice as much.
maybe you
snowboarding.
could. Can you rent the boot?
I haven't seen anybody
You
that
can't
does snap
rent
on.
the snap-ons. So I'll just do that, and then if I'm super jealous,
That's what I'm saying. I'll do one more trip. Also for you, you shouldn't buy in the summer. The board's like half price in the summer. Yeah.
I want a custom Alfleet board.
I'll do the assuming that the board is nice when I use it. But like I had a great experience in this. It was called Wired boards. Wired. I don't know. I found them online. It's like $900. The guy was like super helpful to like do the board.
I'm curious to see how it is.
Me too.
Because that is a kind of a cheap
since
board.
you ride goofy, or no, you ride goofy.
Yeah.
You ride regular. Can y'all completely ride comfortably opposite?
Switch?
Yeah, I can rent Switch.
I can't. I
I'm not
can't
good.
get on my toes on. regular.
Even with skateboarding back in the day, like I can do 5% of the tricks that I could do on. No switches.
I'm like the nerdy guy. So this last time I went, I tried like half a day to just ride. That's what you have to do. You kind of have to like go in the morning and like if you're there for a week, like one day just ride switch the whole day. Like pretend you can't ride the other way and you'll figure it out pretty quick.
Like I could go the other way, but the thing is like if you're gonna try jumps or like trying to like I'm gonna do like a 180, then it's kind of easier to go switch off the jump. So then you're like you front side and then land like your normal way.
Got another little story that happened. You guys will fucking laugh.
We would never laugh at you, bro.
You know when you're like, on it's a pretty like flat place, but on the right hand side they have those little ski things where like it's a thin little track where you like go up and you're kind of in the trees.
Yeah,
like just on the side,
like a single trail. Yeah.
So I was like determined to conquer one. So I get on there.
Were you by yourself?
We were just going down it like
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I was by myself. Chris was behind me on this one, and then I make it like 75% of the way through. Hit a tree, this separate time than the lip, but I hit another tree, and then I literally completely, my board lands like this, 1, 2, and 2 trees. So I'm completely inverted, bro. Like completely.
Oh, your head's going downhill.
My head is upside down. I'm literally like locked in between 2 trees. I can't reach my straps. And then Chris comes up on, because he saw me go on the thing, and then he told me, yeah, bro, and then I see him just go right past me. I'm like, Chris! And it didn't see me. I'm there for like 2 minutes just like trying to reach my fucking boots because I couldn't. So I was like grabbing on the tree, climbing up, trying to unsnap, and I finally got it and fell down. But I was stuck for like 2 minutes upside down.
To be fair, I can go anywhere Joe can go on the trail, okay? Keep up with them just as fast.
You can go, you just might not be on your feet when you're going through it. But
the off-trail stuff that's like the unpath, like through the trees and stuff, it's hard. Like it's hard to, like that's another level of skill I haven't like mastered yet. So I'm with you.
You went off a tree. We didn't tell you it was there, but you went off. Like a 4-foot drop on a tree.
Yeah, sometimes.
And then yelled at us for not telling you it was there.
Anyway, today, Super Bowl is happening.
Oh, yeah.
The Eagles and the Chiefs.
Yep.
Which apparently it was rigged. It's the Chiefs again. I don't know. People say, Taylor doesn't agree, but we think that Travis Kelce is going to win the Super Bowl, then get the game-winning touchdown, then he's going to announce his retirement and propose to Taylor Swift all at the same time.
I can see the second and third happening.
Taylor says, she's like, there's no way that he would propose.
I don't want him to win.
They're going to win.
I'm sick of the Chiefs winning.
I want Eagles to win.
Yeah, this will be their 3rd year in a row. Apparently, it's the first time anyone's ever done 3 in a row if they win. I think the Patriots have done more overall, but they never did 3 in a row.
Did you see the video of the...
I do like Mahomes, though, a lot.
Yeah, he's from Tyler, I think. He's from Texas.
Did you see the video of the guy yelling? It was like an Eagles game and like the Packers, I think it was. Yeah. And like there was a girl that was like, she was like she was in the Eagles section wearing Packer stuff. And she's like, I don't know, the Packers maybe got a yard or something. She's like clapping. And this older guy, like one behind it, her boyfriend happened to be wearing a body camera. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But the older guy behind just starts like yelling at her, calling her like, see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like just reaming into her. And the guy's like, hey, like what are you?
Reaming in.
Reaming into her.
What the fuck does it mean?
Reaming out, reaming in. You can do both.
Bro, guys, back me up. You've heard of like someone's reaming me out. But like, why'd you have to ream me out?
Ream? R-E-E-M?
I think it's R-E-A-M.
Ream.
I'm assuming it has something to do with a ream of paper, like a roll.
Reaming me out.
I don't know what a ream is.
Anyway, she was getting reamed.
No, you can't say it like that.
Why? That's not the right usage?
He was...
Yeah, all right, we get it.
All right.
Yeah, you can't fuck with football fans.
Yeah, but he's cursing all those things. And then there was this big divide. Everyone agreed on the internet that, because it goes viral, of course the guy's like information gets doxed, he gets fired for like, fired from his job. Like, because he's like old guy just like cursing at this woman for just clapping at the other team, just calling her a bunch of names and he's like 20 years older than her.
Was he drunk?
Maybe. But anyway, a lot of people in the comments, there was a big argument of the boyfriend or whatever is like, you're not a man because you didn't like.
Oh, he was just letting it happen.
Or he was basically like, dude, like, like shut up. Like, basically, here's where I want your perspective.
Oh, he didn't like go fuck him up?
Yeah, it's like if someone is disrespecting your significant other in a big public setting like that.
Oh, I'd probably get arrested.
So you would just, you would attack or do you think it's more manly to be like, hey, like, do you leave? Like, hey, we're gonna go. It's not worth it.
I'm
Yeah, I would
pro
do that.
like no, I'm pro like I would definitely say something back.
And then what if he's like, what are you gonna do about it? What would you do?
Where my head goes though, they were at an Eagles game, so you're surrounded by Eagles. Like my only thing would be like, if you do get in a fight with this guy, what are the chances that like all the other Eagles fans jump in with him, thinking like, oh, this Chiefs guy's starting a fight?
I guess the bigger question is if
Like, what do you get jumped?
if a dude in whatever scenario
I'd just be like,
disrespects
come on,
your
you know who I am?
your lady,
come on.
and
I
then
own sour
and
strips.
then you say like, bro, like relax, like relax, don't say it. Like you like verbally defend her, but then he says, what are you gonna do about it? And he continues to berate her, ream her out. Would you?
I would just lose my. I would just go after him.
Yeah.
You would fight him.
Yeah, probably.
See, the downside is, and not
At least a fucking
and this
good
is where
shove.
this is where the new subscriber is going to call me a city boy.
Yeah.
You got to weigh the options of what could happen, because you hear these stories of get in a fight, punch someone, they fall,
Drain your bank account.
Well, they fall, crack their head, die.
Yeah, and you
Like
get-
fall, crack their head, paralyzed, sue you. Like you just don't know. And in my mind, I'm like I don't know. Is it?
Or it's like throw a punch, homeboy pulls out a knife and stabs you. Like
Yeah, like-
you don't know.
But would your girl call you a biatch?
I don't know.
For not doing it. Like what do you do in a situation like that? I would say, let's go. But I'm like, you don't want to look.
I
like
don't
a
think I'd
bitch.
escalate it to a fight. At
What
least
if-
not a public place.
I would be sure that. I mean, obviously, you know, people are gonna be filming the interaction. So just be sure you don't like touch hands first. You don't initiate.
Isn't
the
fighting
contact.
like super wild? Where like
Like,
when,
I would-
when
I would
both people
just-
get in their face, they're waiting for the other person to just punch them.
I would
so that then
constantly
they
just
can
know
legally
it's getting
punch.
filmed and know like I got to be fucking good. You can't do anything that's gonna, you know. But I would just know it's being filmed and just wait to get hit and then hit him back.
Are you legal? What if someone puts hands on Heidi?
Oh, then I'm going fucking all out.
Are you legally allowed to like defend someone else?
Oh yeah, I'd fucking kill him.
Is that accurate?
I think you can.
So if someone's out and some guy's like yelling at Heidi because she's so nice or something,
You're not
and then-
getting in trouble for that. If
then-
someone punches your wife and you punch them, you're not getting in trouble for that.
Definitely not.
Can
I
someone
don't
back
think-
us up?
I mean,
Legal, where are you at? Because that's some stuff I would want to know. And how much can you defend? You know, like is it one punch and they're like, oh, chill, or is it 16 punches to the face?
As many to keep them.
No, I think there's
like,
It depends where
assault
you
and then aggravated assault. Assault, like aggravated as assault, I think is like when you're doing like permanent damage to them, like excessive, like that Wes Watson guy.
I was about to say, did you hear
Yeah.
about Wes Watson? Holy shit!
oh yeah,
Isn't that
Like
guy like special?
it was like 64.
no, he's the giant
punches.
jacked bald.
No, the guy he punched. I think that guy was like special needs or something.
Oh,
He's like 7 foot. Is it special needs?
I think he was. Yeah, I think that's what I maybe I just saw something that I
think
wasn't
so.
supposed to see, but I thought he was like special
think so.
needs.
Did you see the video?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That you should be going to fucking jail.
When it like him and all of his friends like jumped the dude for like
Bro, and then
asking
Wes
him to get
just
off the
like
machine.
Soccer kicked him.
I mean he's punching him like
Yeah,
just
but
12
that guy's
times.
a giant vagina
It's
already.
like 50
right?
times,
Doesn't everyone hate this dude?
Yeah.
Isn't Wes Watson like famous for being like a fucking loser?
Dude, have I ever told you the Wes Watson story, my interaction with him?
No.
Oh, I never told you about this? This is great, dude. I have a Wes Watson story, and I have actually DMs to back all this up, so I'm not lying. Mona, okay, when I was doing my podcast tour, I guess this is back when I was working at Alpha Land, she's like, I'm like looking for people to interview, and her boyfriend Anthony is like, she's messaged, she's like, hey, there's this guy that Anthony follows called Wes Watson. Like you should try to see if you can get him on the podcast. This is like, I guess he was popular, but he wasn't kind of like as known
Negative.
maybe now, I guess. He was the same guy. So I look him up and I was like, oh, he's a big tatted guy. I don't know. And I was like, I'd never heard of him before, but I DM him and I'm like, hey man, like, you know, because his story is like, you know, went to jail and now he's really successful and like that's like his story right now. He's gotten into a lot of controversy. DM him and I'm like, yo, hey, like, hey man, like I have a podcast. Like my friend actually showed me your page. Like I'd love to like, you know, like have you on the show and you know, hear your story. I think it'd be cool. And he's like, yeah, man. I'm down. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, hey, I don't know where you live or if you're gonna be Houston, but like I can come to you, film, and like if you're in Houston, you can come here. And he's like, yeah, I'm just like super busy right now, so my rate is like $10,000 for podcast. And I go, haha. No, man, like that'd be kind of weird if I paid people to come on my show. I was like, it's all good. Like if you want to, if you want to come on, that's cool. But like, I don't pay people to come on the show. And he's like, what the fuck, bro? You call me weird? And I said, this is real. And he goes, what the fuck? You call me weird? I go, no, I said it'd be weird if I paid people to come on my show, like to pay my guests to come on my show. He's like, nah, bro. He's like, nah, bro. You call me weird. That ain't. He's like, that ain't cool. Fuck that. He's like, and it says all this shit, and I'm like, okay, see you later. And then he sends me a peace sign, and that's like, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? This is so strange, so strange, right? Just gets so angry that I said this, which now makes sense after seeing all the videos. But then it gets even crazier. I think that old account, and I have these DMs. Then he DMs me later from I guess one of his accounts got banned. He has a new account. His new account DMs me. He goes, yo, bro, are you the guy? He's like, yo, bro, do you own Ghost? And I want to be like, I go, no, I almost wanted to say,
here's our old conversation.
I almost wanted to go, hey, bro, that'll be $10,000 for me to answer that question.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to be like, when he said that, I was like, I want to be like, bro, $10,000? But I actually charge people $20,000 to come on my show.
Well, what's funny is like that $10,000 actually doesn't line up to the pricing he charges other people. So that shows he like actually has no price stability in his pricing. Like he charged like $25K to people and shit for.
He was giving me a discount.
Christian, that's a nice jacket.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Is this some of the new outfit?
I wouldn't mind one of those for Colorado.
I will bring you. I'll send you the shit and I'll get you a nice. Okay. Yeah, 10th birthday sale, Feb 22nd.
How you feeling about that, bro? You're launching like 200 items.
240
yeah. New items.
New items.
Is that
I think
seems a lot.
And we have a whole bucket that's going to be $10 bucket, and I'm gonna fucking say it, I have 200,000 units that are going to
I'm crazy.
200,000 units that'll be in that $10 bucket. So like the
how many different items?
We're trying to sell like I'm trying to do 400,000 units pushed in 72 hours. I'm trying to get the biggest day in Outfleet history. What I'm trying to do. The biggest 72 hours in
dollar amount, not order amount. Because if you sell the $10 items, I mean,
I'm trying to do biggest dollar amount and biggest unit amount.
Wait, quick! You have how many items at $10?
Like 200K, like a lot.
200,000 times $10 is
$20 million.
$20 million. If you sold out of all that, that's crazy.
It's like, yep.
Can you say what's the biggest day you've ever had with Outfleet?
We did $20 million in 10 days in 2022.
What's the biggest you've ever done in one day?
One day would probably be
Black
like
Friday, right?
Probably 6 million.
Are y'all hearing this? That is $6 million in 24 hours.
Probably 6 or 7, yeah.
Oh my God.
The first big launch we had was when we cracked into the 4 millions, and that was in like 2018.
You know what's crazy to put it
in a day
into perspective of like how you're like.
Don't let those numbers like fucking, because that's like top line big number. That's not what you're walking home with whatsoever. So just don't let that get misconstrued.
Well, it's crazy how the like goalpost keeps moving, because I remember you would have like smaller launches of like a handful of items, and I'd be like, how well did it do? And you're like, oh, like it hasn't broken 1 million yet. I'm like, well, yeah, like 800K. And he's like, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And you'd be like, no, it needs to hit 1 million. And
oh yeah, like, in the first 10 to 15 minutes of the launch, I can pretty much predict where we're going to land in 24 hours.
I remember when you would have like big launches, like within 30 minutes of the launch happening, you would either be really happy or like just be like,
yeah. So on my birthday, I'll either be real happy or just fucking.
Bro, that's insane.
I want to move a shit ton of volume, yeah. So like we're truly making this event like, if you haven't bought Outfleet in forever, this is the time to do it for the birthday, 10 year.
Well, I mean, I feel like the campaigns have been really sick.
Well, they haven't even started. They start tomorrow.
Well, I mean, like all the older stuff coming back of like the OG stuff.
Yeah.
How did you come up with 200 items? That's a lot of items.
We have a lot of stuff.
Is that more girl stuff probably, right?
It's a lot of girl stuff, yeah.
But they're the ones who like spend the more money.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Right now we're like 70% women, 30% men.
Or we should film like a snowboard promo.
Maybe 75% women.
I could snowboard in that, 100%.
These are heavy too.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to fall. That's not waterproof, but yeah.
How old are you going to be this year?
32.
32 years old. How you feeling at 32, man?
I feel the best I've felt, bro.
Dude.
I feel like the clearest, most shredded, wisest.
You're 30, right?
Yeah, and literally yesterday, I was talking to somebody about developer nerd shit, and I made the comment, I was like, God, like, and you know they're all like a bunch of old fucks, like 30, 40, 50-year-old developers, and in my head, I'm like, wait.
Fuck.
Like, I just, yeah, that's the first time I've ever, like, said someone that's 30 is old, and I was like, wait a second.
Wait, for the people that know coding, what were you talking about?
Government stuff. Like, all the government spending cutting stuff they're doing is now affecting all of the, like, developers in the gov sector, and all those guys are just, like, they're these old guys that don't want anything to change because they, like, do fucking 1 hour work a day. Yeah. But they're, like, 55. They take, like, 8 hours to do, like, 10 lines of fucking code, and they take home, like, $200,000 a year, and they're all pissed off because they don't want anything to change. Why would they? They fucking suck.
They took her jobs.
No, they don't want anyone to take their jobs. They don't want anyone to know they don't really do work. There's a whole separate sidebar.
Christian, you think you look the best you've ever done at like 32?
Like right now, yeah.
If you could take a pill, it could be, or an injection, I don't know, it could be anything, I guess.
Suppository.
It could go up your butt.
There you go.
Which I tried a bidet
Oh,
the first
I
time.
tried a suppository last night.
Bro, the hotel I was at in Vegas had a heated toilet seat.
Yeah,
Y'all
same.
ever used a heated toilet
Bro,
seat?
I heard Mark Cuban talk about a heated toilet seat and be like, once you use it, you can't go back.
There was
gosh.
a bidet we stayed at the Bellagio. They have, bidets.
Just swap them at the new house for heated.
Bro, and then there's a dryer.
Yeah.
Heated
Apparently
toilet
it's way
seat-
better for you.
Heated toilet seat was actually that's what luxury is.
You can add a bidet to like any toilet for like $50.
Yeah,
Like
I
sells
realized
a little-
that. And then you can
kind
add
of liked it,
a
huh?
heated
Texting
toilet
Hanny
seat.
right now for the house.
No.
to put
The
a
biggest
heated
thing is even if you don't want to, just make sure that your toilets just be like, I want outlets behind the toilets in case you want to put like the heated toilets or whatever.
How do you feel about, this is a sidebar, how do you feel about
Wait, what were we about to go in? Okay, the pill, the butthole, but keep going.
your butthole pills? I don't know how I feel about all this like electronic shit going in the bathroom. So I've noticed a lot of the newer toilets come with like a screen and like electronic buttons. Now I've started seeing it on showers where the shower has like a screen where you like pick what like mode you want on the shower. I feel like there's just more shit to go wrong. Like what's wrong with the fucking...
I posted about this toilet and people were sending me all this like links. They're like, oh, like the toilet game is actually pretty crazy right now.
There's like $10,000 toilets.
Exactly what I looked up. A Kohler has like these like $8,000-$10,000 smart toilets that the seat will like open when you walk in and close afterwards. It'll have like
Lights at night.
illuminated lights.
Cleans
sold
itself. Yeah, I've noticed now some of the houses we're doing, some of the nicer houses we're doing, a lot of the showers now are electronic. So to turn on the shower and like it changes the temperature, it's all a screen in the shower. And there's like massage modes with the head. It's cool, but I just feel like does everything have to have a fucking screen?
Yes, it
Does your toilet have to have a screen?
I'll tell you, if anyone is getting new toilets, there's going to be someone out there like, I'm actually about to buy some new toilets. Maybe now you don't get the $10,000 toilets, but my toilet, right? You know when you take the lid off the back of the top thing and it has like it's all filled with water and has like a little bobble thing in there. So when you flush a toilet, it uses that water to like flush the toilet, right? And then when your water's out, it doesn't fill back up, right? You have to wait for the water to fill back up. So in my toilet, which are just these, they're not super expensive. They're just like these different versions, but they're Kohler. But when you take the top off, there's like another tank in that. Okay, they're like what it does is in this black like bottle tank thing in there. Like there's not you open it up, you don't see water, but it's a pressurized system. So when you flush it, it's like a fucking like airplane. It's like it uses pressure. So like I think the idea is that it doesn't clog because it pressurizes the system versus just using the little bit of water to do it. So if I'm telling you, get the pressurized system because my toilet, when you flush it, you're like that thing.
But you liked the bidet?
Loved it.
Nice.
Loved it. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. Loved it.
I feel like this is the start of Max introducing us to many nice things in life.
Maybe.
Private jet.
Yeah.
Fucking bidet.
Hey, what that was
A
the
ream.
first.
Wait, go back to, all right, you shove a pill up your ass, what happens? You didn't finish the... you told us how we could take it. You didn't tell us what it did.
I just want to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could shove a pill up your butt,
Yeah.
or just take it,
You don't have to, but if you prefer. I really enjoy the.
If you could, you would still age, like you would get older. But would you take a pill that you could physically stay the same way you are right now? Like you would look the same.
Like right now,
like you wouldn't look any older ever. But you would be 80, but like you would die at like I don't know.
Okay, so you're still dying.
You're still dying. You just physically don't change. Would you stay exactly
what are you
like
dying
you are?
from then?
I'd probably choose like 35 years old.
No, like nothing changes besides you physically look the way you look
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
so physically, like moving and stuff, though, still sucks.
Everything when you get older, you're like
Yeah,
my
so you're
legs.
still like you just look
you
normal,
just
but
look
okay, I got
exactly
it. Yeah.
like you look now. Would you do it?
Like now, or I'd say I'd rather wait till I'm 35 so I could like squeeze in a little more physique progress, maybe get a little hair transplant.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean? I'm 35. I can't make any more progress.
No, I'm just saying I think that'd be like right now would be good, but I think in 35 I'll be even better.
Hey,
You can still get a hair transplant.
Are we going to Turkey? You want to go to Turkey?
I'm gonna do it here.
Let me know if you find somebody. I've been thinking about it too.
I have two
saw a whole
contacts.
thing. It's a lot more money here.
First of all, would you stay the same, Joe?
Give me like 6 months and then yeah.
My answer: no.
Why?
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for the ride of life.
Sagginess, dude.
I ain't gonna be saggy.
Oh yeah, you will.
No.
Yeah.
I ain't. What's gonna be saggy on me?
Everything.
I'm
Okay.
tight like a tiger.
You're not. You're old too. You're ready.
I would
Your
say
eyelids are gonna be all fucking crusty and shit.
You know what? I'll actually
If
say
I could
something.
get a hair transplant after I commit to staying how I am, then yeah, I would totally stay how I am like right now.
I think that I look the youngest out of all of our friend group. What do you think?
No.
Do you think you don't think that I look the youngest? In the comments,
You used to.
out of
You know
us
what?
and David.
I'm gonna say some shit.
Who looks the youngest?
I'm gonna say some shit that I didn't want to say, but I'm gonna say it.
I think Joe looks the youngest.
Yeah.
You?
Have you? If I shave my face for sure. Have you? A couple of your thumbnails recently, I'm like, damn, like Max looks old. I've thought there's been like 2 thumbnails recently
No.
where I'm like, I thought you like aged yourself for the thumbnail, and I don't think you did. I think you're just starting to kind of get some wrinkles and stuff. I've noticed
Time
a
to
couple
bring
of
down
them.
the clarity, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, maybe
I-
that's what it is. I've noticed a couple of your thumbnails where I'm like, damn, like that didn't even look.
Do you
like...
watch the videos?
No, no, I didn't watch the video. Hold on, I'll pull one up. Prove
Hey,
my point.
I'm
here.
looking now.
What? I don't look old. I think I look the
mean-
youngest. Maybe that's what everyone thinks.
Then your views are good, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, man. I put out really amazing content. But now this podcast is getting close to as many views as my vlogs. And
That-
this takes
that
about
one,
a
dude.
tenth
My
of the
views are
effort.
close to yours.
Look at this.
That's good.
That's good.
On my new channel, yeah.
Wait, it's good
Does
for
that
you or good for
not
me?
kind of look like Max like fucking aged himself?
No.
I mean,
You kind of look like a grandpa or something. You look like
Bro,
you have an age filter
my-
on.
That's- my moisturizing and skincare.
I'm telling that specific photo looks like you have like an
that's just a
age
bad
Fun,
photo.
Christian, talk for a second, then it'll zoom in on you.
This is just it's not your
Is that
best
what it is?
photo. Yeah.
You do. You look in. Yeah, you do look young. You don't look
But
your age at
this
all.
photo down here, you look great. Look.
I think
I
I
took
look.
screenshots.
I think I look.
That one right there.
Yeah.
That's some good. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's when I sold the company.
So yeah, I mean, it's the same time period. So I think in general, you
Okay.
look
All right. Yeah,
Hey,
fair,
so
you look good, bro.
with health, you know that Brian guy that's like trying to reverse his
Yeah.
aging and stuff? So I watched that
stealing his
documentary.
son's life.
I just ordered my dad all of his supplements, and he's starting to take them. I was like, Dad, it's
Really?
only 7 pills.
I have a hot take on it because we watched the documentary and like there's this whole thing about him being like so into himself and narcissistic because he's like basically only cares about himself. But I said, I think this is a hot take. What if he's actually the most selfless person to ever exist because he's basically being the guinea pig to see if all of these things or like a lot of different things can actually reverse aging, and he's going to the nth degree and
bro.
like sacrificing
He's gonna push the threshold.
his like personal life, family life, everything. He's like so that in the future people be like, oh, that shit worked that he did.
Yeah.
Or it won't.
How did that guy make his money?
He sold. It's
it's like a Venmo kind
he
of
sold
deal.
Venmo.
Oh shit!
I don't know if it was Venmo or
he-
Venmo like.
He started the
brand.
company that then got acquired. They acquired or they turned into Venmo. They bought Venmo and turned it Venmo.
Apparently, he walked away with like 200 million.
He sold Venmo to
and then
PayPal.
uses that money now to just invest into everything he's doing. I think it's amazing. I think we need people to push to that degree.
It's like a lizard person.
Even if only 15% of the stuff he ends up like actually or doing like ends up actually working, Still, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like I could probably get him on the podcast.
I think the answer is just money.
No, he's also super.
That's what.
dead.
That's why
that's
girls
not,
say
that's not
I'm
normal.
not ugly. I'm just poor.
Like Jeff Bezos, when he's founding Amazon to now, he looks younger now than he did 30 fucking years ago. Elon Musk looks younger right now than he did 10 years ago. Like all of these billionaires look younger than when fucking Zuck looks the youngest he's ever looked right now. He's like 10, he's got a chain on.
What's the
like,
greatest common
billions of dollars.
The greatest common denominator.
Billions of dollars.
It's also that like they're all doing TRT, but like they all started working out. They got hair. Like they just
I
started.
think they have time because they're rich now. I think they have
the
time to
trenches.
Just
pay
'cause
for
you're a
meal
nerd
prep. And
doesn't mean you have
no, but I think when you have money to like have a personal chef and have a trainer come train you every day, and
No,
you
I
get
agree.
all of the surgery and shit and hair transplants and I don't know.
Wait, I disagree there because you know what? I think it's just
I'm not saying
as
you
you climb
can't
the
do
ladder
it.
in life, you end up making. I found as I've gotten more successful, I've made more time for my own health and prioritized it more. When I was like trying to come up, I was just like, I don't give a fuck about my health. I just need to get
that's
the work
because
done.
now you've like made the money and now you can like
Enjoy it.
you can like you don't have to be as like hardcore in the trenches anymore and you can take you can go work out.
Hey, back to the hair transplant thing. It sucks.
No,
a
I
friend of
know.
mine got it
It's-
done, and like you have to go into hiding for like a month.
Bro,
Why?
Well, they shave your head. They fully shave your
No,
head.
it's not a month, bro. It's like a while.
Just embrace it. Be like, I'm
and
getting a hair
then
transplant.
I think you can't have any like sun exposure for a while. So you have to wear a hat like everywhere you go outside, and like it scabs and shit.
Kieran and Chris,
Yeah.
in the last they both
Don't
have
expose
had-
people, bro.
So they've both had 2 transplants already.
Oh.
Not just one. They've gone twice.
Yeah,
because the first one wasn't good enough.
Kieran on the first one, he only got like 1,600 hairs implanted, and so in a few 7 years it kind of faded. So he wanted another one, so he just got another one. And Chris just wasn't happy with his hairline, so he went back to see if they could like fill it in more and stuff.
Did they go to Turkey?
Chris went to Turkey. Yeah, they both went to Turkey.
Turkey's apparently like the best at it. There are good people in the U.S. too. I think Turkey's just way cheaper.
I would just rather do U.S. bro.
Yeah. It's funny. You always see the pictures of like the Turkish Airlines where like everyone in there's got the bandages on their heads. 'Cause they're all
think
fucking
I've seen the
showing.
Brazilian ones where all they come back and everyone's like not
the
sitting
pillows,
on their
yeah.
butt.
The key is to just not. If you're going to change the hairline, then all fine, but just don't try to go with your natural curvature that you
just
already
fill
have
it in.
and fill it in. Yeah.
But it's a commitment. Yeah. I mean, like you either have to accept that you're like everyone's gonna know and you lean into
6
it.
to 8 months that they're it's going to be.
Or you have to like work from home and not have a single picture taken of you for like 3 months.
I mean this in like the actual nicest way possible. My hairline is not like
You're good in the front.
Yeah, I'm good. And so like are you do you get it? Because like is it like why don't you just go bald? Like I feel like I would just shave my head or like.
I'd rather not.
Yeah,
why show? I think people are like ashamed of it. Like yeah, it's kind of like luck, right? It's like kind of like it's hereditary. It's genetic.
It is.
But you can do something about it now.
Yeah. But I wouldn't try to like hide that I'm getting a hair transplant or something. I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna.
No, but at 30, how old are you?
It is just going to suck.
Okay, at
filming all this
45,
content.
if you're fully bald back here, like shiny bald, do you say, hey, I get all of this is good, just bald back here? Do you get a hair transplant or you just go straight bald?
I'd go full Wes Watson, bro.
I don't think
Start
you would,
charging people
dude.
$10,000.
I think you'd fix it. I don't think you like get rid of everything else.
No, I'm
See,
not.
that's like
I'm not,
for me.
no,
I'm really thick here, but my hairline's going, so
No,
I'm like,
I'm
this
not-
needs some work.
I'm not against getting the transplant, but I'm
Yeah.
more like I feel like people like
overthink it for sure.
yeah, they're like so self conscious. Just like be like yeah, shit's happening. Like
My problem is like, you can, oh god, this is gonna be controversial. You can be fully like buzz cut bald if you're fucking yoked, but
You
you
gotta be
can't.
yoked.
Yeah, you can't be like not in shape and bald. That doesn't work. Like you only look cool bald if you're like The Rock, where you're fucking like you could be bald, you'd be fine. I couldn't be bald. Me bald, you'd be like, what's wrong with that guy? He's got a disease or something. Like people would look at me. I would fucking scare people if I was bald.
He's got a disease.
Like I can't be bald yet. And I'm not ready to commit to fitness. So
hey, I figured I'd put this at the tail end of the podcast. Well, not the end, super end, but the end of the podcast. So it's not. I guess it's kind of spoiling for my vlog, but I bought a truck.
yeah,
Bro,
Truck
I
Max.
saw it when I pulled up.
Truck
You
Max.
didn't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I bought.
You want to know what my first actual thoughts?
Okay, tell me. Joe did it again.
No,
This wasn't me. He did it on his fucking own. I called
Yeah.
it though. Let's just say, go back a couple podcasts. I've called this for like the last year.
Okay, so here are my initial thoughts.
Okay.
I pull up, I see, and of course they park. Joe always parks right next to the other. If there's a Raptor, he always wants.
I
them to
park
look-
next to Max every
he
time
always,
I come
he always
here. It
wants
wasn't
them to
about
look
the
like
truck.
lined
Okay.
up, like look, it's 2 Raptors, right?
Hey, it could be
So I'm
three,
like,
but,
okay,
you know.
he got the white one. Glad he got white.
space white.
Hate the stickers, but I
they're
heard
coming
you're going
off.
to take them off.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy about that. Dope truck.
Yeah.
That if I were to get one, it'd be the same exact thing, but I'd probably go black, but maybe white. You're white.
You
It's
love
good.
the
I
Raptor,
just
right?
my only thing is you've never once expressed wanting a truck.
False. Every time I've said how sick Joe's truck is, I've literally said at the new house, I have a spot, I want a truck.
But over that, you've always been like, but Jeep.
Well, here's what I'm kind of getting at with the video. I'm going to make this video about it. Is that like the reason why I've never got anything else besides Jeep, because Jeep Grand Cherokee was the first vehicle that I got, right? And I've had Jeep Grand Cherokees, a variation of it, ever since I was 15 years old. Like I just like the car, because except for the WK, bro. The WK was the worst Grand Cherokee. It was so ugly. Sorry if anyone has one. Hated that one. Ugh, hated it. First year of the SRT, I believe. Anyway, every Grand Cherokee, I've really, really, really liked it. Like the Jeep has impressed me.
You don't like that?
Yeah, I test
Once you
drove.
look at the new one,
It's the first time that now this isn't, but it is kind of the Grand Cherokee. It's a Wagoneer, but it's the Grand Cherokee. Like it is, but like it's the first time that I've been waiting because I hate the 6-cylinder. I just need something with more power. So I've been waiting because I like the newness of
is
the
the
inside.
Wagoneer you looked at electric or at V8?
It's electric.
It's electric.
Okay.
But it's smaller. It's smaller than my current Jeep, which I hated. It was like noticeably smaller. Like I felt smaller in it. There's less headroom. Like
You don't want the XL one that we rode in?
no, that's like too big for that. So I knew I always wanted a truck, but like this was the first time that Jeep ever like let me down. That I was like, what? Like I don't like this vehicle, but I was waiting so long and I was like ready to get something in faster, and then I got let down. So I was like, fuck, I was always gonna get a truck. I just kind of got a truck preemptively of when I was like planning it in my like timeline of cars.
What's the last year that a true Trackhawk
21.
was made? So why don't you just like
Because-
get a 21 Trackhawk?
That was an option, but the problem
Mod
with
it
that,
out.
because the problem with that is that then like I'm so used to like more of the comfort features inside that I'm like going backwards of like I'd be going back to the same interior that I had in 2016, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, there's something nostalgic about it, no?
It'd be like you, like after owning the TRX, if you
Get a
went back.
350Z, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
that's
like-
different. That's not your daily driver.
Yeah.
I think the thing to take away here is Truck Max won't be Truck Max forever because truck will just be like extra vehicle
Correct.
as a truck.
Yeah. Well, that's a dope.
And I'm still keeping the current Grand.
And you said you wanted a truck to tow the big Jeep around. I think the R can do it
I don't
depending on the
know.
trailer.
I'd have to get a really
I think
light
it can.
trailer.
I just don't know a full deck over.
I
don't know.
always wanted a truck, but I definitely got the truck earlier than I thought. But I will say there are some flaws with the truck of a daily
Already?
driver.
What?
Of a daily driving a truck.
In Texas, it's fine. In Fulshire, it's fine. All the fucking parking spots are bigger in Fulshire.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the truck is I was like, okay, so you have the truck bed and then you have the cab, right? It's all big and shit in the cab. But like when you have people and you want to put stuff in the back,
Yeah.
you put it in the truck bed, right? But if it's raining, what am I
Get a
supposed
bed
to?
cover.
Yeah, but I learned after looking at these bed covers, they're not like watertight.
Yeah, they are.
I looked online.
They're not like 100%, but they're enough. We have one on the truck in Colorado now, and we went through a car wash with our luggage in the back. There's no water in the back. I wouldn't leave shit in there for days on end, but if you're just moving luggage and stuff and it's like raining, you're fine.
So if I'm driving for hours and it's pouring down rain,
All of our luggage in the back, and we went through rain, hail, sleet, and snow, and everything in the back was fine.
Well, I've been driving the Tesla.
you like
Yep.
it?
I kind of been liking it.
Yeah.
People say that like the Tesla.
I
'cause
kinda-
I hate riding in it, and and Heidi hates riding in it. So
I don't
I
like
like
how-
driving it.
I don't like how simple it is. Like
kinda miss the
I need
Plaid a
more
little bit.
buttons and shit. Like it's just like a screen in there, right?
I just like that I can charge it at home, and then as much as I love gas stations, like
I love gas stations.
but I kind of just like not having to worry about it.
I would buy another Plaid after apparently the Model S gets an update like next year, and it just needs to be updated. It's been the same for so long. Like next time they do a full update to the Model S, I'd get another Plaid.
Now with this Raptor R,
That's
Like
been so
there's
much
a
money on
G-Wagon
gas.
sitting there every single day, and then there's a Tesla, and I've just been gravitating towards the Tesla. It's like easier, you know,
the G-Wagon
and
is
it's still
pretty sick.
fast. No, I love the G, yeah, but I guess just like I've just been naturally riding the Tesla more, like to work and.
Did you use autopilot?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, it's fucking nice. It'll drive you
Did
to
you
work.
see a Tesla just a few days ago, like fully came to a stop in a tunnel, caused like an 8-car accident?
Would the person fall asleep or something?
I don't know.
I know if you use like autopilot and it tells you to touch the wheel and you don't, it'll just come to a stop because it thinks you're like incapacitated.
Well, yeah, it causes a huge accident.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. This truck, it fits in my garage by a micrometer.
One penis.
Like one penis, micrometer. Like it, and I have to perfectly put it in there, and it barely fits.
It's an outside truck. Mine's outside all the time. I can't put it in the garage.
But if I have a spot in the garage, why wouldn't?
Because it's annoying when you're that close to not fitting. Like you don't want to just, you know.
But then the sun is gonna.
Yeah, but it's truck.
What does that mean?
It's truck.
I'll tell you one thing that pissed me off. I kind of jumped the gun on getting the Raptor, like, because I wasn't planning on getting into like the house, right? Like it was gonna be like the secondary. I wanted a truck for when I want to do truck things, right? And getting at the daily driver, I love it. I think it's the sickest truck ever. I've always thought the Raptor R was the sickest truck, with the Raptor and then the Raptor R. But I hate, bro. They charged me the markup on these fucking things, bro. Apparently, the dealerships only get like.
He told me what you paid for it, and I think that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's
for
like
a truck is crazy.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy is
as much as I remember, I bought an i8 in like 20.
What's crazy is that with
price.
20,000 miles on it, my trade-in is still over sticker. I can trade that truck in for another one, and the trade-in is still marked up.
Damn.
With 20,000 miles, like used ones are going for the same price.
Bro, I just don't get how they can mark up. They marked. I don't even want to say it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say it. But they just marked up a whole ass car on top of the car, because apparently they only get like 1 or 2 a month every dealership, these Raptor R's, and then they're gone in like a day. And then even Joe showed. I looked online. You can look at like used Raptor R's with like 1,000 miles, and it's still like $15,000-$20,000 over the sticker price. And I'm like, how?
They're rare. It should be illegal, but also the argument. So people hate the like over sticker thing, but on the flip side, if it was let's just say it was illegal and it has to be first come first serve, you'd never get one.
Yeah, but I think it's
That's
fine.
the problem.
I think it's fine if like you sell the car that you can't get the dealership for over sticker because you're a guy.
That's
Yeah,
totally not
but
right.
for Ford,
It's
a
not Ford though.
dealer.
Yeah, but it's not Ford.
But I don't understand
It's
if
a
Ford
separate company.
makes the car.
Ford
Yeah.
should be able to decide.
So Ford sells them to the dealership, and then the dealership can do whatever they want
That's
at that point.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean that's just how it works.
I don't. Well, they should change
Outside
that.
of
How is that
Tesla,
legal?
Tesla's like the only company in the world that sells directly to you. And that's a headache too, because everyone's like, oh, that's so much nicer. But then like you have to do your own taxes. They don't do trade. Like there's a bunch of caveats with that shit too, because now it's a corporate. It's a whole thing.
Well, I'll tell you, dude. I'm enjoying driving this truck.
I think the truck's dope.
It's sick as shit. Like it's a sick vehicle. But
How
I
you
definitely.
liking that gas mileage, dude?
I'm already like below half tank. It's been like a week.
Dude, I fill up like every 3 days.
Yeah.
That is the only thing I don't love about it.
It's miles per gallon though.
It is very fast. It is a lot faster than you think it is.
It
is nuts how fast that truck is.
3.6 0 to 60. It's
Yeah,
the same
I can't get
speed
any
as
more
the track
speeding
hawk.
tickets, or I can't get any more tickets.
But I tell you, daily driving a truck, bro, you have to like. I can't just whip into parking spots like I did with a little
You'll
Jeep.
get used to it.
It's a big truck, bro.
It's not that big.
Bigger than my Grand Cherokee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot bigger than that.
Like for
You get used to it though. Like I'm whipping that thing around. Other nice things like you can hit curbs and shit. Nothing happens. I hit curbs all the time.
yeah,
Everywhere
bro,
I go, I'm hitting
and that
curbs.
Wagoneer, like that new Jeep I was looking at, like it's so small that like I don't even think if I needed to go up on a curb and it's an SUV, like I'd be like I don't think I can do it. Like it's such it was like a little bean, like smaller than my current. Stupid.
Damn.
We should do a
You
beach
couldn't
trip
look
with the
at one
Raptors.
before you like ordered one.
Huh?
No, they didn't exist. He was gonna be one of the first ones.
They got announced like 2 years ago, and I was like waiting, kept watching videos, and it was cool in the videos. And then when I get it, I'm like think of my current, like imagine going your current SUV and being like, I love the size of this, and then imagine you getting in it, and it's like smaller
What
than
percent
that.
smaller?
It's a decent amount.
It's 2.5 inches narrower, and like 2 inches shorter, and it angles back in the trunk, so the back, like people sitting in the back, now they have a slant head. Like Joe, if he was sitting in the back, I'm not even kidding, you'd have to like turn your head.
The whole electric car thing's, it's gonna, yeah. Almost promise you the Jeep stops that shit and puts a V8 back in the.
It's costing him too much money.
Yeah, same with the. I actually saw yesterday for the first time the electric Charger, the new Dodge, because they canceled all the Chargers and Challengers. Now they have electric one. I saw one in Fulshire. Like it looks okay, but apparently sales are fucking terrible. No one wants the thing, so it's like it's a matter of time before. Same with Ram. They took the V8 out of the TRX. Now it's a V6. that shit, they're gonna put a V8 back in. There's no way. I know they think they're doing the right thing, but like, no one wants the V6.
Currently, the Raptor will be my daily, but best believe me, when Jeep comes out with like their new Grand Cherokee and there's like a V8 option, like I'm gonna get it for sure. Absolutely. Okay, last thing. Joe.
What?
Trump won.
Yeah.
We haven't been since he got into office.
Yeah.
We haven't had a pod.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Not since he's been in office.
Yeah, I think so.
Now it's been a bit. I don't know.
Oh.
What is all this shit he's been doing? Executive
Honestly,
orders
he's
this.
doing everything he said he was going to do so far. So,
Do you think it's going to be a good 4 years? Bad 4 years.
I mean, according to my stock portfolio, bad. But dude, I am so fucked right now.
Oh, AMD
it hurts every day. I wake up and I get reamed. I get reamed.
See, that also
extra
applies,
hard.
but it's different context.
Dude, every time AMD hits a new low, I'm like, all right, nowhere to go but up. And then like a new article comes out and I'm like, fuck.
I remember a couple weeks ago, Joe would be like, "Oh, bro, AMD's 130, baby," and then now it's
Yeah.
like 109.
Yeah.
But hey, if you loved it at 130, you're gonna love it even more at 100.
It hurts real bad. And then I bought a bunch of ETH the other day and I doubled down on that too. I bought more. And now it's coming back down. I'm like, dude, I can't. I think it'll be good. I think we are going to have to navigate some things a little bit to figure all this out. The whole legal immigrant thing, on one hand, I think is a good thing. On the other hand, maybe not so much.
They're like going around and
Yeah, I mean, initially it was, dude, it's a weird, I don't know. Initially it was like only the violent and people with like histories. Because crazy, but there were people that would like be charged with murder that were just walking the streets, like let out of jail. Like there's illegal immigrants in this country that are charged with like multiple counts of rape that were just like let into sanctuary cities and like, they'll come back to court in a little. They would like give them a court date, but like they're illegal. They're not coming back. They'd fucking just disappear. And it's like, what? Who thought this was a good idea? Those people should, but I think while they're going after those people, there's some collateral damage too of like, oh,
what'd you say?
Collateral damage. Collateral damage. I think that's now their thing is like, well, like you're not just taking the criminals, you're taking just like illegal immigrants in general. And it's like, well, if they're in the wrong place, wrong time, they got caught. I think the biggest thing they got to figure out is like the liberals are like, oh, you said you're only going to go after criminals. Well, then like the far right's argument is like, if you came into the country illegally, you are a criminal by definition.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I think on that, and then
Yeah, they're not wrong about the definition thing, but
yeah, I mean, if they want to change that, they got to change it. But I don't think you can, like, your argument can't be like, well, they didn't commit any crimes. Like, no, they did. Coming into the country illegally which like from that aspect, like we went to the Cayman. If I go to the Caymans, if I sneak into the Caymans on a fucking raft, don't go through any of the ports or anything, and I get caught, they kick me the fuck out of their country. I don't know why the U.S. is the only country that has like a problem with this. Every other country in the world, you cannot sneak in and just be like, no, I'm part of the country now. U.S. is the only country that does that, and then they're like, it should be that way. And it's like, well, no one's complaining about all the other countries in the world that don't let people just come into their fucking country. But the minute the U.S. is like, hey, we should probably not let anyone in the country that just wants to come in, it's like, no, you're racist. I don't know, dude. It's a whole fucking thing.
And what's his current plan? Is it to deport?
I mean, at the moment, I think they're trying to deport as many criminals as they can. I don't know at what point that shifts and they start just taking anybody that's illegal out of the country.
When let's say there's criminals,
Yeah.
like
See, but again, like, how do you define? If
Right.
you came into the country illegally, you're a criminal.
right, okay, let's say violent criminals,
Yeah.
right?
that's a good way to violent.
It's not just like, all right, here's the border,
Yeah.
go. Like it's
No, they take them back. It's a lot of money to get them out.
so how has Mexico been reacting to like
Initially, they were against it, but they're taking everyone back now. And I guess now the president of Mexico,
10,000 troops at the border.
they're stopping. Basically, Mexico's now in charge of like stopping people from coming across. They're trying to get Mexico to stop the problem, like stop letting these giant caravans come through your country and come to the border. So now Mexico's stepping in and trying to keep them south.
do you think Trump's gonna build? Man, you looking jacked, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Feel good.
Yeah.
Hot as shit.
Oh my. Oh, how much you weigh right now?
196.
Damn.
Bro, you look yoked.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. Anyway.
Shredded too.
No, this deserves a topic
Yeah.
deviation. But
I don't even want to talk about the others because it's like you're not going to win on that one.
do you think Trump's gonna build the wall? that
He's
he
going to
says?
try.
When he says a wall, it's not like
That's a fucking
a
wall.
wall.
I mean, it's a fence. It's not like Wall of China where it's bricks. It's like a fucking metal, like you could see through it, but it's a wall.
Oh, I've seen. But then they say videos of showing people how you can like climb it, or
Well, that's the older wall. That was
There's
like
a new-
pre him. There's been walls on the border for the last 100 fucking years.
how many miles is the border? How many miles? would
Dude,
it-
I don't even know. It's gotta be like 2,000 or something. I'm just shooting in the dark. I mean, here to Denver is like 600 miles.
But
so-
how do you like? Even if you build the wall, like okay, that's gonna deter a lot of people. It's not like you could with enough tools you could either get under it, through it.
I think
something.
the idea is to deter it enough that then less manpower is required to then enforce it. Like if it's so
Yeah, like
hard
right
that there's
now
only
it's
a
like-
couple places you can come through, then you just station people at those places and it's a little bit easier to contain. Right now, it's like there's thousands of miles of just open border, so it's like you can't even put enough people in place to stop them
That's
from
why they're
coming
putting all
across.
the Mexican troops like along it to kind of help prevent.
I mean, if you want to
Contain
get over the
them in.
fucking wall, you'll get over the wall, but it's just going to slow you down. A little family with like 17 kids is not climbing a 20-foot wall. Which I don't even think that's who they're trying to keep out. It's like they're trying to keep the drug cartels and like human trafficking out.
yeah.
But honestly, I mean, it's like the argument of like, oh, if you ban guns, criminals will find a way to get a gun. You put up a wall, to be completely honest with you, like the criminals will figure out a way around the wall. Like that is not going to slow down.
They go under the wall.
I mean, the cartel's got more money than anyone fucking fathoms. It's like if they want to get drugs in the U.S., they will do it. The wall's not going to stop them.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a
Sticky situation.
it is very sticky. And now he stopped all the U.S. side. Yeah.
What we got? Tariffs coming. We got.
Tariffs are in. That should the market has adjusted for that. Hopefully.
Didn't Trump say he's like, I'm going to put a tariff on? I forget which country it was, and if they retaliate with the tariff, then we're going to double our tariff.
It was Canada. He's all pissy at Canada.
But then they resolved it all like real fast, right?
Yeah, I mean, so far, besides the market performance at the moment, he's doing pretty decent. We're gonna see what the tariffs do, but I mean,
don't know, the tariff
he's
thing
using
is-
the tariff to scare companies
Yeah,
or
the tariff
countries.
is wild because I mean,
How's that affecting you as a
so at the end of the day, tariffs get passed on to the person buying the product.
correct?
Period. Right? Like
China's not just be like, well, I guess
they're not
we'll just
paying
eat
it.
25%
If
extra.
you're buying, you're going to end up paying it. So it's just, I mean, and I understand. I totally get. We want to encourage bringing manufacturing and everything, make it in America. You're good. A lot of things we're not going to be able to make in America. Period.
At
Labor cost is
scale,
way too
yeah,
high.
yeah.
Like we can't make our product here. So yeah, I'm interested to see what because 25% across the board. I just don't know what the details will be because every fabric. Like nylon is more of a
it's
thing than
yeah.
cotton is different than polyester. So it all depends on the blend of fabric. Depends on how much like tariff and customs, all that kind of.
I don't
you
think
have
it
to pay.
sticks though.
So I think it's going to be an additional.
Yeah, but I don't think it
So-
stays because I mean, like what we saw with Mexico and Canada is like he did it, and then within 24 hours he took them back. I think he's using them to get countries to do what he wants, and then he's just taking it
Actually,
off.
I'm already paying a shit ton of
Yeah.
tariff, like 30-something%.
I just don't know what he wants China to do. Like he wanted Mexico to stop the illegal immigrant thing. He wanted or Canada to kind of put some more money into the border shit, and both of them agreed. I don't know what the long game is with China to like. But on the flip side, I saw yesterday that the European Union or whatever dropped import taxes on cars preemptively because they're scared he's going to get mad about it. So they went
say
from
that word again?
preemptively.
God, you said preemptively.
Preemptively. I can't speak. I'm all clogged up. But I saw like it is kind of working. So it was 10% import taxes on all cars coming into the U.S. and they lowered it to like 2.5%. Without him even saying anything, they just did it. I think a lot of countries have been taking advantage of the fact that the U.S. has shit leadership for the last 16 years, Trump included in there. I think some of this may actually work out for us in our favor. I think there's a lot of countries that have been just getting checks for doing fucking nothing that are now like, maybe we should do something about it. Same with the Panama Canal. Like how much money are we getting taxed on shit going to the Panama Canal that we fucking built in the first place? The U.S. built the Panama Canal. We owned it for a long time. Now we're paying billions of dollars a year in taxes for stuff going through a canal that we initially were the ones to do in the first place.
I don't know the history of the Panama Sea Anal.
There's just a lot of stuff out there that like I think the U.S. does just fund a lot of dumb shit
Yeah.
on purpose and inadvertently. We're like, oh, we're getting taxed 10% on cars coming from Europe. Okay. In reality, we're the biggest consumer of those cars. Why, like the U.S. funds, I don't know if I'm right on this, but I would venture to say that like Mercedes, BMW, Porsche sell more cars in the U.S. than anywhere else. So why are we paying this huge tax on the cars to get
heard,
here?
I don't know if this is accurate. I mean, it was on Twitter, so it should be fully accurate. Which, by the way, have y'all seen Kanye West on Twitter?
Bro, you see his girlfriend naked at the fucking...
No, I think if you saw the shit that he's been posting on Twitter.
Have you seen his girlfriend naked at the thing?
I
You
saw
saw the
that.
picture?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Have you seen the stuff he's been posting on Twitter?
No.
No.
He posted a swastika or something?
That
I saw a
is
meme
probably
about
the
a
light of
swastika.
what he's been
Oh,
doing.
really?
Bro, no, you got to just take 5 minutes after this and just go read his past 72 hours of tweets.
Is David doubling down on the? Is he still?
Oh, I sent it to him. I go, bro, this is the creative genius, and he's like, he works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, no,
David. When you read
Kanye
the stuff
West
that
can
he
do nothing
says,
wrong.
you're gonna be like, what is going on with this guy?
I keep seeing memes of it's like new Yeezys drop and it's like swastikas on the shoes and shit. I didn't know what that was in reference to, but
Kanye said, no, I'm not even gonna.
I'm reading.
You
right
just
now.
got to read them.
I mean, just crazy that Homeboy was like, you can be naked. Who wants their wife to be naked? That was such a weird.
I mean, she technically wasn't naked. She had a little.
She's fucking naked. And then dude, I saw an article post she's so brave. No, what the fuck are you talking about?
What's crazy
But
is
the problem is little kids see that shit. And then the news is like, oh, she's so brave pushing the limits of feminism. And it's like, no, now little girls that are fucking 10 now are thinking, oh, when I'm older, I'll just go out naked because
what's crazy is you gotta have two. You gotta have her that's okay with it, and then you gotta have him that's okay with it.
Yeah.
Two people are both like, yup, this is perfect, great success.
I think he's still trying to get at Kim. I think this is still a long place.
This
to
is
turn
crazy.
Oh, you
Wait,
reading his
is it?
tweets? Oh,
back. Give me something.
no, you can't even say them out loud,
Really?
bro.
What is it?
They're
What is it like?
no,
Can't be that fucking bad.
It's just off the rails, in full caps, by the way, all yelling.
How long has it been going on?
3
Legalize
days.
Prostitution. Hosts sell pussy for a night. Surrogates sell pussy for 9 months. Wives sell pussies for life.
You think Kim is thank fucking God I'm not involved with this anymore?
I have not come / came in over 48 hours. Look at my clarity.
He said
pussy
he said
is a distraction.
He said overweight people should be sex offenders because I'm sexually offended because they're
Isn't
overweight.
Kanye kind of fat? He got kind of fat there for
I
a
don't
while.
know.
He's a little tubby.
No, there's some there's a lot of Nazi stuff in there. A lot.
Hey, let's unpack a can of worms here.
This is
So
crazy.
you
Wait,
mentioned,
hold on.
No, I'm gonna get a little spicy here.
Oh man.
You mentioned that it's crazy that Uber driver let Christian into his car covered in blood. Opinions on the Lyft driver that didn't let that fucking Shamu in the back of his car. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
This rapper just suing Lyft because she's 550 pounds.
Oh, I heard. She's not
And
really a
the-
rapper. She's a
whatever.
rapper.
The Lyft driver said that he wouldn't let her in the car because of safety concerns and stuff, and now she's suing Lyft over it. But there's no case. Every lawyer that's looked at it, it's you can turn away.
I think a driver who is, I think they're independent contractors and using their own cars have the right to, for whatever reason that they deem can be I don't, for whatever reason, this is my car. I don't want this person for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I
It
would
went
assume.
very viral. I mean, it was fucking
know.
everywhere for mostly memes, but it was.
It was a crazy situation.
Yeah, and it's crazy how many people are on her side of that's crazy. He should let. It's she wouldn't have fit, and if she did, the people were pulling up the payload of an E-Class Mercedes.
Was it a Mercedes?
It was an E-Class, I think, but it was unsafe. The weight distribution would have been unsafe. His car, maybe the car wouldn't have broken, but it wouldn't be safe to drive like that.
I don't know, bro.
And then that goes down the rabbit hole of the people complaining about airlines and stuff too, and it's I don't know. Now there's people suing. I think she's suing Delta or whatever because the armrests are fixed and they don't go up. So she's suing them because it's discrimination against her because she can't fit with the armrest not going up. And it's I don't know at what point you can sue over discrimination. I don't know. It's not a protected class. I didn't know that.
What?
So you could obviously never you can't get in my car because you're a woman or black or something. That is illegal.
No.
But you can't get in my car because you're overweight. Fat people are not a protected class.
No,
You could
here's the
refuse
thing.
business.
I think in the state that she was in,
no, I think that's United States.
No, I think in the state they have weight discrimination as a protected class. I think that's the
Wait, that's state by state?
I think so, and I think that's the argument that the lawyer is saying because he's basically saying in this state it's a protected class. So them saying that she can't get in for her weight is basic. He says this. He's that is basically them saying you can't get in because you're black or because you're Christian.
Yeah, but what about we're going on a jet in a couple days? If the jet said, hey, you can't get on the plane because you're 500 pounds, you can't sue the fucking plane. We don't want to die.
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't know all the technicalities of this. Christian, I want to circle back.
All right, anyways.
What as a business owner with the tariffs, if you get hit with 30%.
Or to be honest, over the 10 years of business, tariffs have changed so much. I just don't really worry about it and just roll with it.
No, but you obviously pass it on to the consumer. You have to. Your profit margin's not even good enough to absorb 25% costs.
They're not. Do you think that'd be something?
I mean, no one's are. Nike. No company could just take a 25%.
Nike and Lulu.
No, hell no. Could. I bet they're like a 20% profit margin.
No,
think higher.
Yeah.
With you being like you're not in a good way. Like I don't think you're like the face of the brand anymore.
Their
right?
markups could take it, not like necessarily they're spending on marketing and stuff.
Do you think like if let's say you got hit, hey, all of your clothes are now 30% more expensive, right? Do you think that if you made a video, it was like, guys, like this is 30% extra. I'm gonna raise the prices by 20%. I'm gonna eat 10, or I'm gonna split it. Like,
I'd probably do that.
Do you think that'd be the way to go?
Yeah.
And what do you think the reception would be to like, hey, it went up 30%. I'm gonna eat 15. I'm gonna pass 15. The prices are gonna go up by 15%.
Well, what I'd really say is, hey guys, I know everyone probably didn't remember, but last year I dropped all the pricing on the whole website unanimously.
They won't care about that.
Yeah, they won't care about that. So,
well, no, I mean, all that matters is what everyone else does. Because if Nike and Lulu and Adidas all go up 30%, then Alphalete goes up 30% as well. It's
Nike
fine.
like
the whole board
slowly goes up 5 to 10% a year without
That's
anybody noticing.
If the whole market goes up 25%, no one's gonna get mad if he goes up 25%. But if Nike and all of them don't move at all and you go up 25%, then you got problems.
Yeah, but if their joggers are 150 and his are 75, and
whoever your main competitor is at this point, then you have to match them price wise.
Man, I don't know. That's wild. Man, we hit on some good. What do you think about this week's pod?
I think it was really good. I think everyone should buy AMD stock.
And
not financial advice.
Probably not Snap-on snow boots.
No, we're gonna find out.
They're good. They're not.
Do you think it's gonna be cool to do? We're gonna try a 4-person podcast.
It's gonna be hectic. David doesn't really talk a lot. I talk a little too much.
I don't talk that much.
He kind of just adds in.
I
bet David says like 3 words. I bet David just kind of sits there. Yeah. We'll talk about Kanye. I gotta look into what he's been saying, and then we'll talk about Kanye.
Joe, you're gonna be like,
it's wild.
It's crazy.
That's the problem with shit like that, because like if you don't know everything he said, then if you're like, oh, like he's cool, he's not that bad, and it's like, well, he said he should like kill all fat people, and it's like, oof.
He posted screenshots of him talking to Aiden Ross, and he said Aiden.
Why is Aiden Ross famous? Why is Aiden Ross as famous as he is?
But he's trying to get. I guess he was like going to go on Aiden Ross's stream, and then Aiden's like, "Yeah, I'm down for you to come on." And Kanye posts his text to him and is like, "I want you to like." He's like, "Refer to me as sir. Like when you say something, I want you to say sir at the end of it." Aiden said like 4 things and put sir at the end, and then Kanye's reaction was like, "You said sir 4 times. That's condescending. I'm out."
I mean, maybe he's just like the ultimate fucking troll.
Everyone says he probably has an album coming up, and like
he's trying to hype it,
doing this just to get like all this attention. But it's an interesting.
What's his net worth?
2.3 billion.
No way.
And he said,
based on what though?
He said, "I'm back to a billion." He's like, I never care about the opinions of broke people.
Because that's the only thing I can think. If you're that rich, I think you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want because you're not really worried about it.
Christian, how come like rappers and Kanye can just talk about how rich they are, but when you buy like a new
Raptor R,
a car or something, or like get a little upgrade, people like say how unrelatable you are, but then they're like, yeah, Kanye 2.3 billion, that's so sick.
I think it may, if you lean into it, I think it's okay. There's some rich fucks on YouTube that like people are okay with it because of how rich. Like, I think if it's, your whole brand is like, look how rich I am, I think it's okay. Not okay, but I think people don't get mad. Like no one gets mad at fucking David Dobrik for buying a Ferrari because like he's got that, I don't know, $30 million house and everything else going on. But when your pricing goes up a little bit on the website and then you're like, hey, look at my new Ferrari, then people are like, nope.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Fuck this.
A random side question. Do you think if you throw an apple after you eat it out the window, is that littering? Or
no.
Spitting gum.
Gum is littering.
I think so. Yeah.
Gum's littering. You think apple, not littering?
Not littering.
Banana peel.
No, you're good.
Not littering.
What if the sticker's still on the banana peel?
Ooh.
Littering.
Yeah, maybe.
But apple,
fine.
If a cop was behind you, would you throw the apple core out?
No.
Yeah, man. Amanda said she got pulled over. She threw a tater tot out, like just not the box, just tater tots, and a cop pulled her over for littering. And then she explained it was tater tots, and I guess he like walked back to see. He didn't believe her.
He's like, get down, and eat one.
I guess you are allowed to throw food out the window, though. That's not littering, right?
I think it would. You think they could classify it as like a distraction to other drivers,
or like, well, what's the limit on like? Could you fill the back of your truck with Big Macs and like put them all over the freeway? That's probably not
like,
okay.
Could I throw 2 apples.
Yeah, like how
what
many?
about 200 apples?
Yeah, right. Like how many foods can you throw out the window before it is littering?
16 apples, 4 bananas, 1 orange. That's the cap per day.
I think I could throw a fry out the window in front of a cop. I don't think I'd throw an apple out the window.
If a cop's looking at you, driving by, you take a fry, you go.
I got pulled over the other day. We're just going weird, but I got pulled over in Fulshire. Let me off. I was doing 14 over.
He didn't ream you out?
No registration sticker and no front plate, and she let me off.
Damn.
Very nice cop.
Were you flirting with her?
No.
Tell me the interaction. Do you know how fast you're going?
No, I narked on myself. She walked up to the window and she's like, you know, I'm pulling you over. And I was like, no front plate. And she was like, no. And I was like, tint on the front windshield?
They can't pull you over for those things, bro.
Yeah, yes,
those are
they
secondary.
Can. No, tint on the front windshield is very illegal. And she was like, no, but thanks for telling me. And I was like, fuck. And she's like, yeah, you were speeding. And then she's like, where's your registration sticker? And then she, honestly, with all of that, and I couldn't find my insurance, and she let me off. Yes, I think what happened was Fulshire's such a small community. She saw my ID and it said Fulshire. I think they like let the people that live there off because it's a big like through town. Like a lot of people are going through there but don't live there.
So you think that when you live in the city,
I think they give you a little bit of a break. If it's a small town and you live in that small town, I think.
You think it's a small town? Did you know that Fulshire is the fastest growing city in America?
I don't know. I'm telling you, she looked at my ID and then when she came back, she said, "You still living right here?" And I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she let me off.
Are you buying land?
Oh, that's what we were going to talk about. I don't know. I'm going to go meet her after this to go look at another. So your neighborhood, while I do love it, is being lame as hell. So
Why?
we have to submit tomorrow the builder restrictions.
Oh,
so I'm going to make an offer contingent on them letting me.
You're making the rules.
Which, if by some miracle they do allow us and approve us as builders in the neighborhood, then we're approved for the whole neighborhood. So technically, then we could still. But apparently they're real strict about that. And I think in the letter I was going to say, like, I can give you a kickback if that's what you're expecting from the other builders, which is kind of like an under jab because they're not supposed to be doing that. They have to be, though. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I've heard that in the past like 10, 15 years, they've never let an outside builder.
Yeah, I know. But it's dumb because the builders that they want you to use, one of them is decent. The other 3 are shit builders. Like, I wouldn't want any of them.
Why are they shit builders?
Well, like if you just look at what they've built, like they're not. Their track record and stuff is not anywhere near some of these other builders in Houston. It's crazy to me that if I want to use a builder that builds 300 custom homes a year at a certain level, they're like, no, you got to use one of these. And the ones that they're offering to do 5 a year at a different level, like it just doesn't. I get typically the builder restrictions are in place because they don't want you coming in and being like, oh, my uncle's a builder, we'll just build it ourselves. And then they have this shit show on their hands for 3 years.
I was literally trying to find a way to do that for the new extension of the house.
Yeah, I mean, typically that's why they have those.
You can.
Yeah, like
you can do whatever you want.
Looking for some friends to come and help.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a demo, like
I get it. As an HOA, I wouldn't
permit.
want everyone to bring their own builder. But also if someone's like, hey, I have a very reputable builder that builds homes higher level than what's here, can we use them? I don't understand at that point why they're like, no, you got to use, unless you're getting a kickback. They have to be getting some kind of kickback for like, you can only use these 4 builders, and then every time they get a sale, they give them a little bit of a.
Bro, I'm so excited to start.
Well, okay, sorry. I went off track there. There's a separate neighborhood a little further down that you can use whatever builder you want. We're going to go look at that today. But there's one big bugaboo.
What's the bugaboo?
It's got a gravel road, not paved.
What?
It's a nice gravel road. It's not bumpy or anything.
Wait, the main road is gravel?
No, it's cement, but as soon as you get to the gate of the neighborhood, then it goes to gravel in the neighborhood. The neighborhood road is a gravel road.
Who the fuck?
It is. There's 7 houses in a gated community. The smallest lots are 2.5. The biggest is like 8. It's more country than your neighbor. It's like more open.
Couldn't all those people just all go in together and be like, let's
I don't know. I was gonna
road?
ask today, like, what are the chances this turns into asphalt at some point? Because it'd be so annoying, like every time it rains your cars get dirty and shit. Like,
well, who has a gravel as the main road?
Dude, the pricing reflects that though. So like I think 2.5, almost 3 acres was like 300 grand or 270 or something. So I'm like, and it's the same side as you. The river, I'm on that same, technically I could walk on the river. It's like 300 yards. Probably more than that. Probably like quarter-mile walk on the river to get to your backyard.
If you were just walking on the river?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's sand down there. It's actually closer to you. It's just on the other. I'll show you after this.
What do you think the chances of the river continuing to erode and my house falling in the river?
I feel so left out of this conversation.
Very long time. Could happen, but very long time. Because you're on the high side. The other side's the
I'm on the low side.
No, you're on the high side. If you're on the low side, you wouldn't be building there. The low side floods.
I thought the low side means that the river
The land
stays
is lower.
low.
No.
I thought the river stays low. That's the low side of the river.
I thought the high side was where the land's higher.
I think
I don't know. Someone can clarify that. But you're on the side that doesn't flood.
nice.
So your erosion should be fine. Also, your house is going to be 100 yards from the back.
and
where
it's
it
gonna build
actually,
like 3 feet up.
yeah, so you would have to have 100 yards of your yard go away before your house would ever be in trouble. You're fine.
Christian, are you down to come out every week to podcast?
Likely.
Because
Give me the autopilot set up.
I'll show. You already have, not full autopilot, but you should have like lane assist and stuff.
man, shit's crazy. All right, wrap this episode up. Next episode gonna be in Vail. It's gonna be crazy. Dude's going.
Dude is going.
I'm so.
Has dude ever been on an airplane?
No,
Never?
no.
But I hope he doesn't glitch out and pee for like 30 minutes again.
That was one time, bro.
It happens.
It happens to all of us. All right. Leave some comments down below. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. Comment, subscribe. Do you think anyone got to the end of this podcast that's one of the new people
Absolutely not.
that called me a city slicker?
No.
Probably not.
We got to talk about
I
bass
just don't
and
get
deers.
how I got yelled at for not knowing anything about hunting. And I'm like, why would I know anything about hunting?
Why don't you get into hunting?
Why is that general knowledge that people...
Side quest, dude.
I think people are crazy when they don't know how to like
Can I?
change
You
oil.
know how I said I want to do F-45? I got one more thing that I'm really wanting to do now. I want to learn how to fly a plane. I kind of want to do like a flight school, like learn
This
how to
is the
fly a
same
little
guy
plane.
that was like afraid of flying?
No. I don't like. Yeah, but not because of that. I think I would like it better if I knew if I could fly. I think I would actually not be scared of flying.
Then they're gonna be like, I can only fly.
There's a little airport. There's a...
No, I know.
Right near...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I the other day I started
Need
going down the
bathroom
rabbit
break.
hole and like Cessnas and shit.
We're wrapping
done.
up.
Yeah, we're
All right.
done. Anyway, probably never gonna happen, but I kind of want to learn how to fly.
Is that like an expensive process?
Yeah, because you have to pay for the gas and stuff, and like I think Cessnas and stuff aren't that bad, but jets are very expensive, like $700 an hour or some shit.
Just like 3 years from now, Joe's going to be like,
I'll fly us to Vail.
hi, welcome to United. We're
No, I don't want to learn how to fly that kind of jet, but I wouldn't mind learning how to fly like a small like single engine.
So you could fly us to snowboarding?
I was looking at this thing called a Vision Jet. It's like $3 million, so I'm gonna need you to buy it for me. But then I could fly us to Vail and stuff.
How many
It's
how
really
many people
cool.
could it fit?
5 adults or 5 adults.
Okay, we'll leave this on this. Christian, I feel like I would though. Would
you get my jet?
you feel confident flying
Joe driving?
states away with Joe manning the plane?
Yeah, if you got a certification, Joe's a good driver.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Joe's good at stuff.
Dude, the Vision Jet has a fucking parachute. So if anything ever goes wrong, you like pull a thing and it shoots a parachute out and like takes you down.
That gotta
It's
be
like
a
the
small-ass
safest jet in
plane.
the world. Yeah, it's very
way
small.
too many plane
It's like a
things that have
car
happened
size
recently
thing. It's like the
that, like,
Raptor
would
inside.
Let me want to do that.
It's really cool, but it's $3 million. But it's very cool. Yeah. So if you're wondering what to give me for my birthday,
$3 million plane.
Yeah.
All right, guys. New episodes every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, unless you don't get one. Thanks for tuning in. Eat more sour strips. Ever forward. Woof. See you next week. Look at that. You ready to go to Vail, dude?